Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS on stage. News from RedNex, where truth is the stage. No bias here, just facts you'll see. In every corner, the world story will tell. From the streets of Paris to Tokyo's gleam, every city, every voice will hear them. No spin, no hype, just calm and serene. RedNex World News, where truth is supreme. Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS, unbiased crew, bringing you the news without a slew. RedNex World News, where truth takes flight. Every day, every night, we keep it tight. Through the chaos, through the calm, we stand. With Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS, we understand. The pulse of the world, will never let it fade. RedNex World News, where truth is made. From wars to peace, from despair to hope, we're here to guide you through the scope. No matter the storm, we'll keep you informed. RedNex World News, where truth is born. Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS, unbiased crew, bringing you the news without a clue. RedNex World News, where truth takes flight. Every day, every night, we keep it up. Welcome to RedNex, we're fair and square, bringing you facts without a care. Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS on air, unbiased news beyond compare. It's the fair, unbalanced blues. We've got the scoop you can't refuse. Gen Z and trends, our favorite news. RedNex tells it, you can lose. Millennials beware, we're on the case. Avocado toast won't save your face. Lips be triggered, but we don't mind. Our truth's the only kind you'll find. Straight. Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS unite to keep America great. RedNex World News, always true, fair and balanced, just for
Cheers to Zinky.
All right. Yeah. Cheers to everybody. Cheers to the freaking weekend. It's finally the weekend. I had to think about that. I was like, is it finally the weekend? All right. Welcome. Is all okay. Everything is looking good. Thank you for joining us. Bobby, cheers.
Bobby's already here. He was waiting eagerly for us to start.
Eagerly. All right. Well, we got a lot of fun stuff today. It's going to be a light news. The government is shut down, so a lot of the drama is not in play at the moment. So we're going to have
shut down. Can you believe it?
Can you believe it? And they're betting that it won't be open until November 10th right now is the where the betting markets are placing it most likely. Which is crazy.
It is crazy. Are those poor soldiers still not getting paid?
So that's the thing. Oh, I should have brought that up in the news, but thank you for asking. Apparently, Trump told the Pentagon, find a way to pay the troops, use whatever extra money you got. These Democrats are crazy, just get them paid.
Yeah,
and stupid. Now they're mad. They're like, who's you can't do that. The Democrats, they want people to suffer because if they're not suffering, then they're not going to get anyone on. Yeah, they won't get angry, and then they won't be able to misdirect their anger at Trump. And
kind of obvious, though, that that's what they're doing, and they're just being stupid jerks.
You would think it's so obvious, but these people just eat the doo-doo every day, and they forget it's doo-doo. They're like, oh.
Dude, I love it.
It's good. Crazy. It's so crazy. I love it,
therefore I do. It's great.
Well, and frankly, don't they realize if the guy that's like, hey, figure out how to pay the troops, and then the other guys are like, fuck that, don't pay them, and then one day the troops need to pick a side? You know what I'm saying? Like, hello? Are you that stupid? They're paying.
All the military has to do is sell some of those $50,000 toilet seats, and they're all set.
I know. Well, that's the thing. I mean, and this came up in another. I know we're getting into serious news. We didn't do anything yet, but everyone talks about, oh, we just need more money. But what about, can we just be more efficient and not like waste all the money?
Yeah.
Like you you got trillions of dollars, bitch. You can't figure it. You got literally like $10 trillion and you need more. Give me the $10 trillion. I'll show you how good shit could be. Yeah.
It's clearly not a problem of not enough money. It's a problem of inefficiency.
Yeah, and people just putting it in their pocket and like,
where's all the money going?
Where'd it go? We need more.
How this guy gets so rich? Oh, I just get lucky on the stock market.
I don't know. It just showed up one day. Oh,
it has nothing to do with the fact that I have insider information about world affairs. Nothing to do with that.
Nothing.
Absolutely. Stop asking that.
Oh my God. I was listening to something about the stock market the other day. They were talking about companies have to get like certain audits and like there's different types of financial stuff that goes on. But so you will call in like a team of bankers more or less and be like, okay, make sure all my stuff's good so that I can sell the company or whatever. And these fuckers would go in and they'd be like, whoa, this company is like really fucked up. And then they would go in the stock market and short the fuck out of it. Like, cause they knew that it was like a problem. So like, talk about like just some bullshit. You're going in to do their fun. You're like, whoa, we got some red flags. Let's go fucking bet against this company succeeding. It's like, oh my God, right now this stuff is just nutty. And it's all and it's big money stuff. Like the stock market is no joke.
No, it's true.
All right. Anyway, now into the serious biz. Well, I guess we'll start with the fun stuff. This is Gen Z. I don't like this. It says dark truth, Gen Z and millennials generation, which is kind of a weird statement, but is quietly giving up and no one cares. Well, first off, why are you grouping Gen Z and millennials together? Excuse me, sir. There's literally.
What's up with that?
That's not even possible.
You have literally different names for a reason.
Yeah, they're nothing at all similar in common at all. Like nothing about these groups is shared in any way, and I hate you forever for saying that.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Forever.
And I feel like I shouldn't even watch this now because I'm so angry, but we're gonna watch it.
If you feel drained,
Gonna watch it anyway.
All right, hold on. Skip past.
Was that your?
No, that was his air horn.
Self.
All right.
Okay.
you burn out from giving yourself to things that don't matter.
Excuse me.
If you feel drained,
So he's trying to say burnout doesn't come from working too hard. It's working too hard for things that don't matter.
Hey, this right here gonna be, oh man, this is gonna be different right here. This is gonna
And I
be
can't tell if this guy like
Ask
is
how
in
many
favor
hours
or against this guy.
if you feel
honestly.
drained, don't just ask, how many hours am I working? Ask, what am I working? Help meaning changes everything. Because
Absolutely.
exhaustivable. Meaning is bringing into you can bring any into work. Finding you about finding passionate work. You have a job. You have a
that was it.
Why the answer? In time when you use tools to just everything, you're still finding chances are that you're actually suffering from that. Because now it's being hired, it's actually about being involved. So you can now have rest, you're still feeling your eating rest is a recovery. This is because you're in what called fight mode, and as I said, you got built up, meaning that you're constantly focusing on the even when you're trying to rest, and you're completely wide. No wrong, they fix it, will get them back down. We're adding into recovery tool to help process you from it. What you need to do is actually sense, and there are tactics that I use which you find will really help you get that first process. It might sound super simple, but the first one is just being the opportunity to move, and that's just in the smallest sense, getting your shoes on, just stretching, you'll find this will just go down to hopefully down to green. Next, you're active. It can be sensing your body and just being mindful, scanning your body and going, what is it?
All right. I watched the first part of this and thought it was going to go somewhere good, so I included it. But this, I feel like, is a bunch of crackerjack nonsense right now, to be fucking honest. And to an extent, I do think there's a difference between being tired and being burnt out. But what he is saying to recover from it, you're being silly right now. You got to like literally get the things that are causing you anxiety off your fucking plate. And whatever the fuck that means, right? Like if it's you got these 5 things that you know you need to do, but you're not doing them, then you need to get them done. And once they're done, then that's how you fix the problem. And it's not as simple as just do it. It's like, okay, can I at least start doing one of them? Like you gotta break it down. You can't just be like, okay, get up and stretch. Like, no. How about what is the smallest possible step forward can you take? Figure that out and then do that much. And then see how much better you feel and then take the next step. You know, like I don't know what this guy's on about right now, but I will say, why is Gen Z so wired to begin with? Oh, well, it's because they're on their screen all the time and they're consuming all this psycho content. And I think we were talking about this a minute ago while we were still in in the back room or whatever. And it's like, after putting together this news stuff and like really getting into politics and like getting into the stock market and all this stuff, anyone who watches this shit and isn't like fortified and ready to go into it knowing like this is going to be an assault on every
This is gonna be
part
some
of your
shit.
brain.
Like, this is gonna I have to trench through this stuff.
Like,
This is gonna be a
holy
lot of BS
crap.
mixed in with what I'm looking for.
And
Absolutely.
I feel like I knew what I was walking into, and it still like beat me up
Yeah.
real bad for a while. I was like, "Holy shit, that was way worse than I realized."
You really need to take a break once in a while from this stuff.
And you have to take a step back out and just be like, "Whoa!" If you got to treat it as like, "Okay, I'm stepping into like into the crazy." It's like a video game, you know. You're in the safe town. You know, there's no monsters in there. You go shopping,
Yeah.
and then you're like, "All right, I'm ready." When I leave, a bunch of
When I leave,
crazy
I'll pull out
shit's
my
gonna
weapon and my
happen.
shield, and I'm ready to go.
And
face
who
all the
knows? You know, you
challenges
get your butt
ahead
kicked
of
and
me.
you got to come back to the town and rest up, and then you go back out, you know, and then you level up. But it's crazy, man. Like, I didn't realize just how easy it is if you just eat this all up and you don't ever take a breath or like decompress
And
it, or
think
like
if it's like you're constantly flipping through TikTok shorts, and those shorts are constantly barraging you with stupidity and hatred and misinformation and flat out lies.
see
And
what
there's
I'm wondering.
probably some things in there mixed in there that are truth, but the more crap you watch,
But like
the
so
algorithm realizes,
exaggerated
"You like
and
this crap.
dramatic, and
I'm going
like,
to give you more of it." So it kind of
Exactly.
it just keeps feeding on itself. So like there are things in my feeds that I would never have gotten if I hadn't clicked on this one video, and all of a sudden I have this
Now
kind
it's
of related
stuck there
content in my
forever.
feed. It's like, every once in a while I'll see something. I'm like, why the fuck is? I'm like, oh yeah, there's that one time.
The
that I
one
clicked on
time,
that
and now
stupid
it's
thumbnail that
poison
made me
forever.
think one thing, but it turned out to be something completely different. And you know, now I can't get rid of it.
Damn it.
Stupid
Yeah,
algorithms.
there should be a way to cater the algorithm. Like, take this out of here. I don't want, I don't want that shit. Anyway,
But that
but-
does make sense why there's still people who blame Trump and the Republicans for the shutdown, even though it's clearly
yeah, because they just eat it up and they don't
It's
know
like,
what
if it's
they're
anyone's
talking
fault,
about.
it's not theirs. It's
I
like,
know,
come
it's
on.
insanity.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm wondering though, like if our generation, like what happened is, like at least for me, and I'm wondering if it's more broadly true, is like I literally never watched YouTube. I never watched TikTok. Well, I still never watched TikTok, but I never was on Facebook, on Twitter, on X, like I Reddit, none of that shit. Like, and only now am I starting to get into it. And I think some people maybe, earlier than me, obviously, but like we see it and then we're like, oh my God. And we get pulled into it and we're like, because we know what it's like without it, we're like, oh man, this is not like consuming this is not healthy. And
No.
we know what it's like with and without, but the younger generation's just like, they only know with and they can't imagine without. And then they're wondering why they're all so anxiety and fucked up in the head. And it's like, and we see it and we're like, oh no, we can put it away and be like, oh wow, that was a rough ride.
Be
Let's
like,
put that aside for a minute. They can't, they just don't understand there's a separation. You can put it down. You don't have to go to look at it. You know what I'm saying? As powerful as of an addiction as it is drawing you back in, you don't have to go back. You should see mine from finding the shit I find for this show. Yeah. Well, Bobby, I thank you for polluting your algorithm
that's
for
where
me.
is coming from too.
All right.
So
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. We're just poisoning the web.
Yeah, we're gonna.
You got to get a different account. You got to get a Scully account just for news content. You got to get a News Freaky. All
I
right.
do have one.
Brett Cooper, can Gen Z handle adulthood? Let's find out.
So according to a recent survey, a whopping 77% of Gen Zers have admitted to bringing their parents to a job interview.
So we talked about this last week. We ran into this, and she kind of breaks
Still
it down a little
crazy.
more. She kind
70%.
of breaks it down a little more like cleanly than just what does this mean. So she's going to tell us how this actually looks like, and it's about as bad as you thought, honestly.
This is 100% a symptom of a full-blown generational crisis, and we need to talk about it because Gen Z is cooked. Now, in my opinion, my generation's dependency on our parents, our insecurity, our instability is a psychological shift that we are seeing primarily as a result of social media and the higher education system. I'm going to tell you all about that, but before we do, make sure that you like this video and subscribe to the channel if you have not already.
And the education system, period. Not even higher education. Like, it's worse there because you're going to pay to get indoctrinated is crazy. And then you're going to be a slave to the system. And then you're going to be angry that you owe all this money and you're going to demand everyone else give you money because socialism is crazy.
of course, ring that notification bell if you want to stay up to date on all of our videos and hear about more chaos like this. So before we get into that 77% and the other survey that we need to talk about today, I want to start on another trend. So a different study, another recent study on personality traits, shows another terrifying trend that has occurred over the last 15 years. As time spent online and social media has gone up, especially for young people like me, key traits like conscientiousness, agreeableness, and extroversion have absolutely plummeted for my generation.
Agreeableness, extroversion, and what did she say? Hold on.
Personality traits shows another terrifying trend that has occurred over the last 15 years. As time spent online and social media has gone up, especially for young people like me, key traits like conscientiousness, agreeableness, and extroversion.
Conscientiousness, yep. And this is the problem, and it gets exaggerated with this online like keyboard warrior psychopath shit. Like you go off on a level that's like literally, and then they stop understanding when they're behind a screen or not. And then they behave like this in public too now. It's like bleeding back. Like before you would say, oh, no one would ever act like this in public. But now they fucking do. This is the problem. Can someone please look up the AOC Bernie town hall and the Zoran Mamdani plan for New York City? I would like to cover both of those as well. I can pull them up later if no one can find a link for that.
Version have absolutely plummeted for my generation, while neuroticism, meaning anxiety, worry, and fear, is unsurprisingly skyrocketing. Take a look at these graphs. There is no debating this in the slightest. And yes, in case you were wondering, our lovely generation is in fact represented by that red line, which shows the most staggering results of all. Now, I wanted to start with that and show you guys that graph because obviously Gen Z has problems. We have talked about this at length, ad nauseum. We have talked about the mental health crisis, all of that. This is just another example of that. This is just another example of how we are essentially psychologically wired for anxiety. And that is now showing up in every other part of our life, especially in the workforce. And we're going to get into that. But before we do, I want to say the point of this episode and the other episodes that I do about Gen Z and my generation, it's not supposed to attack Gen Z. I actually just want to spread awareness and shed light on all of these problems because all of us are feeling them. We feel them in ourselves. We feel them in our friends. We see the manifestations of these issues in our culture, in our society. And I think if we can shed a light on it and get to the root cause of a lot of these issues, then we can hopefully change for the better. Whether that means pulling ourselves up by our bootstraps, trying to make things better for our friends, or at least, at the very least, making things better for the next generation, then that is a net positive. And so that is why I do episodes just like this. Because if I can at least shed a light on how an entire generation was systemically failed by social media and a predatory university system and a culture that crippled their independence, then maybe, just maybe, we can stop it.
Predatory university system. I like that. It's true.
I know it is. That's the problem.
It's starting to become true when I was in college, and I didn't finish.
Worse. And it's this lowering of standards, and then
and when
like
I say college, I meant university,
yeah.
like the big university. And I dropped out, and then I went to community college. And I got
which I think is less prevalent there, honestly, just because the community college is like just local people trying to be like, all right, I need to get a better job. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like I want to learn something new, and
it's not like this like intellectual prestige, like you know, like privileged fucking. It's like people that actually are trying to just get better at life. You know what I'm saying? They like
almost
genuinely just want to improve.
Colleges are also working a job, like. Almost everyone there has a job. They're like trying to get a better job. It's not about.
They have actual self-motivation.
It's like,
yeah,
dude,
exactly.
I
need to get better so I can make more money. Exactly,
right.
And that's exactly
that's
right.
Why I was there. It was fun.
It's crazy. It's like those are the people we should be investing in more. It's like these people actually get it. These are the hard-working people that are like, I really need. And they want it. You know what I'm saying? Like these people that go to college, especially straight out of school and have never worked ever and don't know money or like how hard it is to earn money or what the real world actually is going to do to them when they get out of college. Yeah, those bitches. First off, if you go to college right out of school, you shouldn't be allowed to vote until I say maybe 3 years after you get a job. Then you're allowed to vote. Like otherwise... No. You clearly don't know shit about shit and shouldn't be doing nothing. All right. Let's see what else she has to say about this.
Before we keep going, I want to thank today's sponsor.
No.
No,
she's talking about silencers on a gun.
I
don't understand how that's your sponsor.
Brought their parents to a job interview. Now, to be fair, that statistic does require some more context because that 77% does include parents who were driving their children.
77%?
And that could be a 15-year-old.
Yeah, but that includes being driven to the job interview. So not necessarily.
That's not necessarily.
But that's just the first part. She's going to break it down farther. She's going to break it down. So exactly, that's what I said.
Number,
I went
right?
from, oh, this is crazy to, oh, that's not so crazy back to it's crazy. So we'll see that
let's
again.
Continue then. All right, let's see. Let's Gen Z surprises. Let me tell you that. Let's keep going.
Gen Z are trying to go get a job at McDonald's, or on the other end of the spectrum, it could be a 25-year-old that still lives at home and needs mommy and daddy to take them to their job interviews.
But I will say too, though, why aren't you able to drive? Like, this is what drives me crazy too. These kids can't drive. Like, why not? Why do you need mommy and daddy to drive?
They can't drive?
Yeah.
That's becoming more common too. One of my family members who's Gen Z chooses not to drive.
Yeah.
Doesn't have a driver's license, like can't be bothered, doesn't want one, doesn't want to drive, doesn't want to own a car.
It's crazy.
Like, for me, that's like really like I could not wait.
I know. I was counting down the days. I was like, how can I get this faster?
What can I do to get a car?
Exactly.
Like a POS car that
anything.
was
like that was the goal. Like, how do I get this? And so I can go,
like,
I can go do anything at that point. And it's like, oh my God, these kids, they just don't care. They want to stay home. No. They want like someone else to do it.
I remember like not just offering, but practically begging to do grocery shopping and stuff just so I could drive. Just be away from my parents. Just be away from
just
them.
Let me do
I don't want to be around you anymore.
Let me do it!
Let me go grocery shopping. I can drive now.
I can do it!
Credit card. I promise I won't buy anything too expensive that you didn't put on the list.
Just enough! I know. These kids won't even do that much. I feel like everything is a fucking like. Oh man,
I can't be bothered to stop watching TikTok. Why don't you just order it online and have it delivered?
Which I mean, and to be fair, like
yeah, they're not wrong. It's like okay.
And to an extent, like especially like sometimes the delivery is like,
and the small amount of gas money I save really does kind of make it worth it.
I think you can get free delivery, like, right? Like there's a way to get free.
If you use up your points, you can do it that way. If you have I do it. I use my points to make it cheaper every time I can.
Yeah, I don't know.
If you alternate like going in, you can use the points from your receipts to get more points online and then use those points for free delivery. It's like totally worth it. Then really all you're doing is the extra you're paying is the tip for the person who does the picking, actually getting your groceries and delivering.
Yeah, whatever.
It's like, that's like not that big of a deal. It's like it's not that bad.
Bobby, me too. I'm glad I missed it. Like sometimes I'm like I feel like I wish I was like a little bit earlier or a little bit later. Like I feel like it was kind of the in-between time that wasn't ideal, but whatever. I'm not complaining, but I'm glad I missed 24-hour screen time.
I grew up walking to school.
Yeah.
And now I live in a world where I get to have people deliver my groceries and do my grocery shopping for like $10. It's like, okay.
It's like, crazy. And
the world
soon
has changed in some ways for the better, but
yeah, imagine like instead of the grocery store. Well, first off, you could have straight from the factory, right? Like instead of shipping like, here's pallets of X, Y, and Z, you could ship like completed orders of like, here's things that people pre-ordered or whatever, all packaged and ready to deliver or pick up or whatever. Or even just robots. Sure, put it all to the store, but now you don't need shoppers. You just have some robots go around and pick the baskets and whatever. And like it's not a job that you like as a person. You don't aspire to be a grocery picker. Like it's something you do because it's like it's you can make a buck or whatever.
Right. But it's something that will pay you to do something.
And then once the robots is doing it, then there's cost goes way down. Trump, greatest president. Welcome. I think you're in Twitch. Welcome. Thank you for joining.
And a lot of people on
We are covering Gen Z news first, and then we'll be switching over to some more political stuff.
social media, as this was going viral, they were using that fact to blow off the survey and say, none of this is real, none of this is relevant, the problems aren't that bad, they are not that severe. But the fact of the matter is, it kind of is that bad, because the other information that was brought out in this report does not help their case at all. It actually just makes Gen Z look even worse, because that same survey found that in addition to the 77%, 53% of respondents said that their parent had spoken with a hiring manager on their behalf. That is far worse than driving their child to a job interview. They went on and they said the dependence persists when young people enter the workforce. So after they have gotten the job, because their parents have either gone with them or driven them and have spoken to the hiring manager after the fact, 73% of respondents said that they have had their parents help complete work assignments, and 45% reported regularly
Can you believe that?
their current manager.
45%. So that's what I'm saying. I went from like, what? This is crazy to, oh, that's not so bad to what? This is like on like 45% like regularly talk to their manager. Like what the what kind of job what kind of job do you have?
That would, as a manager, really make me hesitant to hire more of the same. Like if I had to like literally talk to someone's mom every day,
I would not be. I wouldn't keep this person like employed. I don't understand.
It was one person a while ago. Like this was a long time ago. But he was like that. He like every time he had to have an excuse, he'd have his mom call.
What?
Like every time he didn't want to show up for work, he'd have his mom call him in sick, basically. Until it was started becoming rather obvious that he was just didn't want to come to work.
And this is a while ago?
And he was able to, yeah, this was like in late 90s.
Holy crap.
So it was a long time
yeah,
ago. So I can't say this has anything to do with
almost sounds
Gen
like
Z,
autistic
but
or
it
something.
No, he was just lazy as hell. To be honest, he was a smart dude. He was super lazy. And I guess he had his mom wrapped around his little finger, so he just got her to do whatever he wanted. It just sounds similar. It's like, huh? And like that person, like you wanted to take him out back and just beat him because he was so annoying. It was like this dude's mom's calling him and sick. Like, oh my god, what the hell?
This is 831 Gen Z adults full-time employed. 73% say the parent help them complete a work assignment. 45 regular
work assignment?
Yeah.
So this is like the kids who get their parents to help them with their homework.
Yeah, and
It just
continues into life apparently. They never get over it. Like 73%. This is crazy. This isn't like, 20, like, oh, we need to be concerned. It's like, this is crisis mode.
People like going to their parents for advice, like, hey, this is my situation at work. What do you think I should do? That, then it's inflated. But no, if they're like literally like, this is my work assignment, Mom, help me finish it. Like, what? I don't understand what to do. Can you help me?
Do my work for me. Well, I live at your house. Oh my God, I know. It's crazy.
It's like, come on. Aspire to be your own independent person.
Now,
please.
This guy.
Please. For society's sake.
This guy. I really like this guy, actually. He's, for the most part, his views I think are very I think they're fair. I think he's like very open-minded and he's just very critical, and in a way that's like, and this is something I think a lot of people don't think about, or especially young men these days don't think about, like, how do you want people to perceive you, and how do you think that is going to affect your success in life? And sure, you can do X, Y, and Z. Yeah. Or you can do A, B, and C. And which do you think is going to have better outcomes? And instead of just being emotional and like flailing at everything and reactionary, like, can you take a step back and think about like your life has a fixed duration? Like,
we all
at
have
some
an
point,
expiration
that's
date.
it. And you got to get it figured out at some point, or you don't, right? And are you just going to complain your entire life until you die and achieve nothing and just be a fucking loser your whole life? Are you going to get your shit together? Are you going to try? Right? Like, are you even going to think about it, or are you just going to be a reactionary, like, psychopath your whole life, So I don't know. I think, and just generally, I don't know if it's because I've heard him say other things, but like the way he just talks in general is like, this is reality. Like, this is what we live with. This is, you can pretend and you can flail and you can scream and you can do this and that, or you can accept this is what it is, and this is how you can play within the rules. And it's really up to you. But at the end of the day, are you benefiting from being crazy? I don't think so. It's just that simple.
Have you ever gone through something in your life that's so tough, so difficult, so challenging that you almost don't have anybody to talk to and explain to somebody else because they wouldn't understand you? I think that's what Gen Z is going through today. Gen Z, 13 to 28 years old. This is the first assassination you've ever experienced in your life, a public figure this big, and you don't know what to do. You see one group of people that are acting like clowns, celebrating in school, going out there, yes, they took them out, like, oh my God, and you're in this phase, especially if you're 13 to 18, you're like, man, I'm trying to find a way to belong to a group or a community. What do I do? Do I join them? And do I join the silly group and be like, yeah, make fun of them? Do I stay here and don't say anything? Do I argue? And what are you guys doing? Act a little bit better, and do I lead and rise above? I'm afraid of conflict. I don't even know how to explain this to anybody else right now. It is challenging. It is weird. It is difficult. But let me tell you what opportunity you guys have right now, Gen Z specifically. Parents, if you're watching this and you're 30 plus, you may want to watch this first and share it with them. Because I remember as a kid, when my parents went through a divorce, nobody knew I was going through it. Some of you guys, maybe your parents went through a divorce as a kid. I was 11, 12 years old. And all your friends' parents are together. Most of them. I'm Armenian, Assyrian. I'm like, man, I don't even know how to talk about this. It's embarrassing. I feel like, my parents failed and I'm part of a statistic and I don't have a father to talk to. My dad's not there every day. I don't know what to go through as a young boy growing up, young man growing up. But you don't want to say that to anybody else because you're weak. If you bring that up to your friends, so you could go 3, 4, 5 years of not talking about this to anybody. So what do I do while I'm going through this? You went through it as well in COVID the last 5 years. So Gen Z, if you're 13 to 28, what were you in 2020? 8 to 23? What was that like staying home all day? What was that like being forced to either take the vaccine or not take the vaccine, and the arguments and the fights and the bickering? And I want to go back to my friends. No, you can't. I want to go see my grandparents. No, you can't. I want to go see you can't, not right now because they're sick or they're this. What are you talking about? How do you explain that to somebody who's never been through it before? I'm 46. I've never been through a pandemic till it happened the last 5 years. And we had to go through it, and you went through it. So a few things. I don't think message has been given to you because this just happened like boom, and you're inside a tornado. As a young man, as a young woman, trying to figure it out. Some of you guys are still in school. Some of you guys just graduated high school. You're in college, campus. Your free parents are not there. So you're kind of trying to find your own identity. Some of you guys, college is done. Career is starting. This happened. Am I a Republican? Am I a Democrat? And am I independent? Why should I care about politics? I don't even care about politics. Why do I pay attention to this stuff? What do I do? In every one of these situations as you're going through it,
I feel like there's just so much. There's just so much in what he just said. There's like so much there. But I think it comes like a lot of the undertone message there is who do you talk to, and who is keeping you in line, or not even in line, but on a path, right? Or at least putting up some checks and balances for you to say, like, is that really the direction that you want to go? Is that really how you want to behave and have people see you, and and not get lit up instead? So I think, a lot of times we get single parent, especially single mom, raising a child, and then where's the guardrails? Instead, it's like, oh, let's embrace everything. You think you're a boy? Great. Let's get your, boobs chopped off. Like, okay, really? Well, like, what the fuck?
Mothers are, as they are supposed to be, more about nurturing and supporting and, being compassionate. Whereas a dad's more, capable of the tough love, and like, yeah, it's going to hurt you when you touch that hot thing, but you're going to learn a lesson, so I'm going to let you do it.
Yeah, I told you twice.
Stop.
You gotta learn when someone tells you something
so passionately that it will scare the child from ever getting near the thing again, like for the rest of their life. Like I'm just there's major differences, but you know, mending a broken heart, generally, a mom's a little bit easier to, you know, comfort someone. You know, so there's, you know, pluses and minuses for both.
But I think this is first off, where's dad? And second off, where's dad being a strong person and leading you down the right path and showing you when you're fucking up? And sometimes,
well, it takes dads to make dads. Like it's hard to learn to be a good dad without
having one yourself,
or having a father figure. It doesn't have to be your actual father. It's like, let's be honest, a lot of people, dads actually kind of suck or they're not around. But there's a lot of men out there who are happy to be supportive and be a father figure to people who are, you know, close to them. You know, it doesn't have to even be a family member. They're out there. You just got to find them. And you got to talk to them because they usually won't like talk to you because that makes them creepy. That's, you know.
Well, nowadays, and that's the problem
nowadays
too.
In particular, yeah,
that's the problem too. Like the society is now pushing the men away and saying, "No, you can't strengthen my children. No, you can't provide a guardrail against going off into the loony land. No, you got to be supportive of every single psycho thing." And like, man, there's kind of like,
but being a man today is like a bad thing. It's like,
that's what I'm saying.
Like it's always our fault for being men, and it's, you know, some color men in particular that are vilified more than others, but it's
but for different reasons. I think different reasons. But men in just general are just, men are bad.
Men in general suck, right? It's all about, you know, the patriarchy. Oh my gosh, the patriarchy.
I know. Clearly, all the men are so together on this. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh yay, we're just gonna take over and be all happy, and it'll be great.
Know these things. It's the patriarchy.
I know, right? That's just crazy. Oh my god.
Like, well, no, society's built like by men because men are builders. They create things. It's generally what they do. And they tend to fix problems. Like they tend to see a problem as something to be overcome, not something to
coddle,
complain and cry about and freak out about and say, "Oh my gosh, look at that. And look at me. You know, I'm the victim." It's like, okay, there's a problem. Let's go solve it. Like, how do we need to solve it? You know, maybe I could get some other guys together. We could figure this out faster, more efficiently. Right. Steps involved, priorities, you might call them. Step 1, step 2. Can't do step 3 before you do step 1 and 2. So that's why they're 1 and 2 or 1 and 2.
But this is why, like, I think when we start looking at all of these things, we'll see like an interconnection of like a lot of things here. But the fact that we don't have it at the foundation, someone, typically a man, I mean, a mom could do it too, but it doesn't seem to really happen. But
well, some moms do. I think there's some moms out there that are freaking super.
No, there are definitely.
But, and there's a lot 100%. Of them. And we shouldn't be like poo-pooing them because they're amazing. But
even them, I think they get overrun by the Karens also. Like they get outcast and cackled. And their and how many of them are single mothers? Though? Like how many of the moms are
fathers?
How many of the single moms are also being a good dad? You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's where it's questionable.
Yeah, that's where we're coming in. And it's in the numbers. Just too many single moms out there. And I think a lot of that is because it's incentivized by society to be a single mother. So that's not good.
Oh, I'm missing stuff from. I don't have my alerts are not set up for this chat. Still, it's super annoying. Sorry, Bobby, I'm not ignoring you. So glad I grew up before. Yep. Yeah, I know you call in sick from school. That's what mom should do, but not working. And Bernie is at the DC. Is there? So I saw this one. Oh, okay. Let's see what Bernie's saying.
we can join the rest of the industrialized world and guarantee health care to every man, woman, and child as a human right.
It's so crazy that they go on and on about this.
We can build.
They're bringing up healthcare again?
Specifically for everyone that's in the country, legally or not. That's what they're on about. It's not even. Can we start with healthcare for the people that belong here? Can we at least just start there and not include everyone that doesn't belong here? Like, that's fucking crazy.
And universities tuition free.
Oh, Bernie, you're such a sellout.
Best child care and public school system in the entire world.
Yeah, you do that through capitalism, not government management.
In our country can retire with dignity. Yes, we can raise the minimum wage to a living wage.
That doesn't help. Minimum wage is a retarded concept.
The right to join a union. Yes, we can lead the world in transforming our energy system away from fossil fuels and create millions of good jobs as we save the planet.
As far as I could tell, raising the minimum wage only fueled inflation.
Yep.
Every woman in this country has the
You can't force people to pay an amount. It has to be capital market. And good companies survive and bad ones go under. It's that simple.
Yes, we can have a foreign policy that guarantees that never again will American taxpayer dollars be used to starve children in Gaza or any place else.
Yep, that's what our tax dollars are doing. And we're paying people to starve kids. I don't understand what that even means.
Let me raise a question that I've been asked all
He's senile.
and, Bernie, great ideas, but how are you going to pay for them? Thanks for asking.
Oh, you're going to take it from the rich people, right?
Take it from the rich.
How much is Bernie worth?
That's a solution now.
How much is he worth?
When he was running for president, his solution to paying for things was tariffs.
Yeah, exactly.
Lower than a truck driver or a nurse.
I'm not making that up. I was a big supporter of Bernie Sanders when he was.
I know they were before,
when
and
he
then
was
they
first
switched.
really pushing he was a Democratic nominee, and then
It's the exact same thing
got
Trump's
pushed
doing now.
aside for Hillary. They made him step down, and I'm like, oh, I thought. I'm like, man, I really supported him, and now he just sort of gave in. It's not part of the process. You're supposed to fight for what you supporting. And he didn't. And then the next thing you know, he's turning around and he's just basically parroting whatever the left Democratic Party wants him to do. And that's all he's doing now. I wouldn't trust a thing out of his mouth.
Yeah, he's no longer on the straight and narrow.
Yeah, he doesn't think for himself anymore.
Nope.
I think he did at one point, and then somebody did something that completely changed his mind.
Including the corporate media and many of my colleagues in Congress, want you to believe that you are powerless. They want you to believe that you cannot change the status quo. But that
I'm not gonna say I hate him, but I definitely don't trust him, and I don't like him anymore. He betrayed me.
They have prevailed.
Why do you get quiet?
The founders stood up to King George. They were told it was impossible, but they won. When abolitionists fought to end slavery, they were told it was impossible, but they won. When workers organized to form unions and stood up to their bosses, they were told it was impossible, but they won. When women demanded the right to vote, they were told it was impossible, but they won. When black Americans fought to end segregation, they were told it was impossible, but they won.
Yep, only the black people were involved with ending segregation. It's all this kind of bullshit. Everything that these people say is so charged with such fucking lies and just divisiveness, it makes me insane.
When the LGBT community stood up for their rights, they were told it was impossible, but they won.
Oh, they did?
Brothers and sisters, they did it then, we can and will do it now. And how do I know that we will succeed? Take a look at this huge crowd right here in our nation's capital.
Yeah, how many people are paid to be there, idiot?
As I understand it today, October 18th, 2025, there are more people out on the streets in more communities all over our country
Paid
than we have ever seen in American history.
to be there. Okay.
Maybe we can infiltrate and get them to pay us, and we can.
I know,
like,
that's what
handle
I
them.
was saying. Like, we'll
That'd
back.
be sweet.
We drain all the funds because all MAGA
Yes.
comes out too, and we're like,
And
hey,
then
we want to get paid.
Share all our intel with like Homeland Security. Be like, here you guys
Dude,
go.
it's that easy.
Give us
Like,
the will.
go act like a
Send it to Tommy the
retard,
Doge.
get paid for
Do
it,
as you will.
take their money out of their pockets. I'm telling you. I'm
All we
telling
gotta
you.
do is wear like rainbow shirts, right?
Yeah,
Almost blend right in.
like anything. Like, just
Yeah.
look like a
Maybe we might
complete
have to dye our
psychopath.
hair. Right?
No, just be
Wear-
weak. Just don't look
wear-
anyone in the
wear a
eyes.
wig.
Or, yeah, you could wear a wig. That's true.
I could wear a wig. I could wear a green wig.
It just looks super
That would be-
weak, and like let the women tell you what
be
to
sweet.
do, and they'll believe that you're one of them.
This is not the end, this is just the beginning. Together, when we stand united, when we don't allow Trump or anybody else to divide us up by the color of our skin, or where we were born, or our sexual orientation,
You literally are the one doing that.
we will create the kind of nation that you and I know we can become.
It's crazy.
We can and will create a nation devoted to freedom, justice, and democracy. Thank you all very much.
And it's like I said, isn't he? Hold on. What's? Yeah, right. That's a lie. I just really do not believe that.
Believe what?
Bernie Sanders only worth $2.5 million.
On paper,
Yeah, exactly. There's
doesn't count as his secret accounts in the Caymans.
or yeah, any of like what I don't know how he's hiding his wealth. But
wherever,
there's no
Switzerland,
fucking
Dubai.
way.
Probably
This is
Dubai, actually.
crazy.
Yeah.
There's no way. I mean, even if he just like put his money in the stock market and invest like and just let it sit there and grow, we'd have more money than that. That's like holy crap, there's zero chance. I just don't believe that. But okay. I don't know. I thought he was loaded.
I kind of thought he was too, to be honest. I thought he was more like a Pelosi.
Oh yeah, she's fucking loaded.
We'll find out how much his wife is worth. She's like got like $2.5 billion than we know.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, okay. All right. Anyway, all the way back to this. Thank you, Bobby, for letting us know he was on. Yeah, went in the wrong direction from the podium. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like Bernie,
Is there?
I'm surprised he's like as together as he is, to be honest. But like, he's ancient. Like, he's not going to be around that long. Like, how could he possibly been a legit presidential candidate? He looks like a skeleton.
Well, he was running. It was the Hillary. I think it was the Hillary Trump. So that was 16.
Yeah. Oh, I'm
That's when
just
he was in
saying,
the
like, they're
primaries?
talking about AOC and Bernie as like,
Oh, now?
yeah.
Oh, gosh.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how? Like, he'll be like 97 years old or something. Like, what?
Like the oldest vice
And
president.
then what?
ever.
Like, AOC gets to take over? Like, holy shit. Talk about a
the
bad
other way
day.
around. No, him, the president, and her, the. Okay. Either
Oh
way.
my God. Well, yeah, either way, she would end up to be the president at some point, but
Right.
it's like.
Either way is a bad idea.
Like, who the fuck? Like.
What about Gavi? Gavi
Oh
Nunu.
my God, I know. Well, we'll see a little bit about him too, but
I
anyway.
thought he was a front runner.
All right, we're getting way off into the weeds. Well, Bobby, let me know if anyone else important shows up on this one. There's a couple of these in different cities. If you catch anything interesting, let me know. We'll switch over to it. But back to this guy. Let's wrap up this piece on Gen Z real quick.
There's a few things I can tell you for you to be thinking about. Number one, do not be tempted to join the silly group. There's going to be a lot of silly
group
kids who don't have somebody that's talking to them.
He just said the silly group.
Yeah.
It is what he said.
I think we all know what that means, but he's being just like, I think more broadly speaking, if you can see a group of people that's misbehaving and acting in a way that you think is like,
Don't join the mob. Gotcha.
yeah, like
Because
exactly.
it looks fun.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Don't get caught up in it, and don't get caught up in needing the attention and all that stuff. Just think about it for a second
point.
and think about how it's going to affect
Always good
your
to
life.
take a step back and think about it.
Mm-hmm.
Them directly, who are acting like a fool. Don't join them. You don't need to be silly. These are kids that are going through challenging times that they don't know how you behave in a moment like this. And they're mimicking what others are doing on social media because they want to be cool. You don't need to do that. That's not something you got to go through. Next, you're really trying to get the approval of others. Man, I really want to be cool though, Pat. You don't know how difficult it is. I'm not cool. I got pimples. I'm not playing sports. I'm not cool. I'm going through this. I just want to belong, man. I just want to find some friends, man. I feel lonely. Totally get it. It's going to be all right. You don't need to win everybody over. You're never going to for the rest of your life. A reality for you. So you're going to go through that. Don't join the silly. Don't join the trying to make everybody happy and like you conforming. Knowledge. Is Charlie Kirk right? Is he wrong? Is what I'm hearing about people right or wrong? Study the topics. Consume it for yourself. Get wiser. Get smarter. Get the answers yourself. You have access to that. Your brain is so sharp. I'm reading something the other day with my son. My son is 13. I'm 46. He's retaining it like this, faster than I am. And I'm pretty good at retaining information. It's not even close what he has access to versus me, because how fresh this is. You really have an opportunity to do something unique with this experience, this moment, because we don't know what's going to happen with you guys. The reality of it is, some of the greatest leaders of our generations are in your generation. This is going to be probably the biggest conservative movement of leaders coming out of Gen Z. You're going to be incredible fathers one day, mothers, parents, leaders, husbands, wives, business owners, CEOs, generals, governors, senators, who knows, presidents. We don't know that. You may be watching this right now saying, this is exactly what I needed to hear. My dad's not there. I don't have somebody to talk to. So what do I do in a moment like this? And by the way, as you're going through this isn't to tell you everything's going to be all right. There's not going to be any more problems. The reality is the last time there was a major assassination was John F. Kennedy. A couple years later, it was Martin Luther King. 4 months later, 2 months later exactly, it was Robert F. Kennedy, John F. Kennedy's brother. 3 major assassinations within a span of 4.5 years. So I'm not here telling you that this is it. Everything's going to be fine. No. It could get noisier the next year, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years. Somehow, some way, it could get noisier. But whether it does or if it doesn't get noisier, there's going to be many chances for you to be the leaders of this generation. That one day you'll be making those decisions for us 30 years from now. We'll be relying on you. You're up there saying, here's what I think is great for America. Go for it. Lead the way. Because you had this moment for you. So my message to you, if you're listening to this and you're going through it yourself, is it challenging where you kind of don't have the answers to certain questions? Yes. Did some of it hit you late? You're like, oh my God, like, am I supposed to be Charlie Kirk? There will never be another Charlie Kirk. There's going to be a you. Who are you going to be? What are you going to be doing? He used his life for 31 years to make an impact. The world stopped when this guy was killed and shot. That's what happened with him. He used whatever his God-given talents was to go out there and make an impact. So my enthusiasm comes from this dark moment we had this last week that nobody expected. I was not expecting this at all. I'm at an event with nearly 8,000 people in the room. Tony Robbins is on the stage. Charlie Kirk gets shot. I come up. We make an announcement. Then I'm about to pray for him for healing. Vinny comes and tells me he's dead. Now we have to change the entire event. Tom comes up, gets on his knees and prays. Life is filled with surprises. I call 2025 the year of surprises. But my hopes are that many of you watching this are going to rise up and say, you know what, I can either feel sorry for myself, I can either in this moment join the silly group and try to be funny and make everybody laugh, and join the camp of people that are just insecure and they're just trying to conform to everybody else, or I can say, listen, man, that's not right, Bobby. I don't think it's right what you're doing right now. Hey, Mary, I don't think it's funny. I think you're better than that.
And that is the piece that's missing. There's the other side of it. Where's the people saying this isn't right? Like, where are those people, and why are they? Well, the problem is these psychos are violent, and you can't say, hey, knock that shit off. Like, that's not how you behave. Or like, look, like, that's kind of disgusting, really. But you know, in some way you got to be able to convey, like, this behavior isn't how you should be behaving. Like, no one wants that, and that, like, that's not good. Right? And that's what's missing. And that's where, you know, obviously the father comes in, like an actual good person. That's where the conservative, that's where the community comes in. That's where, you know, what you're going to go to, I don't know, honestly, after I saw that Ilhan Omar stuff, I don't know, but I was about to say, what, you're going to go to church and hear, you know, people saying this crazy shit. And I'm like, well, you know, I don't know, I guess maybe, but generally speaking, no, right? And you're going to have your values. Like, where are any of the values right now? All the values are just internet insanity. Like, that's your value, like, compass. Like, what is the internet drama, insanity stuff going on, and like, how do I be a part of it, kind of? It's like, what? It's so crazy. It's so crazy. But I think he says all this so good. Honestly, this breaks me up, like, inside when I hear it, but he says it, I think, so good and just so directly and like dispassionately in some ways, right? Like, I get all like excitable and whatever, and he's just like, look, this is reality. You know, you are going through something. We can acknowledge this, but this is also true that you gotta make decisions that are good decisions, and it's not going to be easy to do it, especially when the people around you are all behaving one way, to not get sucked up into it. And you know, at the end of the day, are you going to be strong enough, really? So anyway, that's Gen Z. I have only this little bit of transition stuff before we take a look at some ICE updates.
Cis women think they're gonna give me tips. Your husbands are DMing me in the middle of the night and you think you're gonna give me tips. I walk in the room, all eyes are on me. You couldn't pay people to pay attention to you.
I would think that part of a successful transition to living as a woman would be learning to not hate women. And especially when you're trying to be that, it's kind of like, what are you doing? We can call that self-hate, or we can call that projection. We can call that you don't know yourself. Saying that men wanting to have sex with you is somehow a flex. Men want to fuck toasters. So the idea that like there's value in being wanted by men definitely decenter men as well, because that's a little bit pathetic. And on top of that, if you felt like you were really the baddest bitch like that, you wouldn't need to put women down. And it sounds like you're so mad because they're giving you tips. I think you need it, starting with that male aggression.
Anyway,
I think for the record, I have never wanted to do that to a toaster.
I know.
I don't
think so. Yeah, that sounds painful also, but I don't know if it's
possibly
like, you know,
injury bound
like thing. Like, I don't know what you're talking about here, but okay.
I just think whether it's plugged in or not, I've said no to that. So,
yeah, I mean, I'm good on that as well, but apparently that transitional person is I don't know, got some different takes on the world. All right.
Yeah.
This guy, Bobby,
the world differently.
Bobby, I don't know how you get this stuff into your feed, but I imagine now my shit's completely polluted with all this.
This is what you like to watch. Okay, here you go.
Okay,
oh my
clearly
goodness.
We still have beef. So obviously transgender radio towers are just chopped liver now. You're just gonna leave out transgender radio towers like that? I don't think so. We're also not transceivers.
Just so we're abundantly clear, trans women are real women, and trans men are real men.
Okay, so clearly we still have beef. So obviously transgender radio towers are just chopped liver now. You're just gonna leave out transgender radio towers like that? I don't think so. We're also known as transceivers.
I don't know who that trans bull person is.
the like triple nose rings.
Yeah,
one of those is a shower ring, I think. That's fucking hilarious.
I think there's actually like 5
He was
of them
really
on there.
committed to this, I have to say.
People are so easily offended these days. I mean, when did people are so easily offended these days? I mean,
Seriously, when did it become a big deal to joke about a family member's brutal murder? That makes no sense.
they become illegal. When did these snowflakes start running things and getting people fired for having their own opinion, right? Like,
exact.
See, I think part of what people don't understand, they're like, oh, who are these snowflakes getting people fired? Okay. It's not like some random person in the world is somehow just getting you fired. Your employer, well, either A, it's what the liberals do and they like screech at the company until they just give in and say it's not worth the trouble, right? So that's one way. Or the conservatives just send a video to the employer and say, what do you think about this? And that's it. And the employer is like, oh, hell nah. And gets you the fuck out of here. It's not, they weren't pressured into it. It was, hey, look, this is what your employee apparently values. Just thought you might like to know. You know what I'm saying? And then the rest handles itself.
Exactly. It's like that time we tried to get them fired for not getting the poison injection or voicing concerns over the vid policies or tweets, but most importantly, mean words. When the anti-vax crew gets off work, they must bow at the feet of the they-them empire.
Hey. I'm not calling you a Nazi. No, I wouldn't do that. I'm just saying the Nazis would agree with everything you're saying.
Comrade, time to overthrow the suit-tie tyrant.
I love these glasses.
Down with the evil responsible adults.
He fired from my job.
I think every time it shows him, he's got another nose ring.
I know. That's what I was thinking.
It's like it's every time. It's like
It's just
adds
more
one.
and more and more. Oh my God, Bobby! Damn it!
Oh my gosh!
Another one from Bobby.
I just want to say, can we please keep the chatter to a minimum? I'm one of the people who's very, very prone to sensory overload. There's a lot of whispering and chatter going on. It's making it very difficult for me to focus. Please, can we just, I know we're all fresh and ready to go, but can we please just keep the chatter to a minimum? It's affecting my ability to focus. Thank you.
So, honestly, I couldn't tell if this person is like being serious or not, but I'm pretty sure they are being serious, actually. But apparently, this whole room is filled with idiot liberals and all their little sensitivity bullshit, and we get to hear from like a whole bunch of them as they explain to the other idiots all their special needs and how they need to behave so that they don't get triggered.
Thank you.
Thank you, comrade. Okay, is there a speaker?
So I don't know why they're calling each other comrade, honestly, but that's really bizarre. And so that first person said there's too much chatter and that's making me uncomfortable, so stop whispering and chattering. So it's like, really, you want everyone to just sit there and not say anything?
Against name, chapter, pronouns.
Point of personal privilege.
Yes.
Please do not use gendered language to address everyone.
Okay.
Very brief point of information. If you are using a microphone, talk into it directly like I am right now, and do not wave your face back and forth because people cannot hear you. That is all.
Okay.
Do not wave your face.
James Jackson, Sacramento DSA, he, him. I have already asked people to be mindful of the chatter of their comrades.
Same guy.
Sensitive to sensory overload. And that goes double for the heckling and the hissing. It is also triggering to my anxiety. like, the be comradely isn't just for, like, let's keep things civil or whatever. It's so that people aren't going to get triggered and so that it doesn't affect their performance as a delegate.
We have a lot of disabled comrades, and a lot of those are invisible disability. First of all, in this room, I see that no one's clapping for me. It could be because I'm not engaging, but it also is because everyone's doing this. And that's really important, because those loud bursts of noise, even though this is a noisy space, when we can do something like reducing that, that's really important. So please don't clap for people. Don't talk to cops.
What a privilege.
Oh my God! He said, "Don't clap because it could offend people. Just put your hands up." But I'm offended by that.
Can I reiterate that we, for the sake of our comrades who have sensory issues, refrain from hissing, loudly shouting out your opinion on a vote, or waving banners and signs that reflect your vote in front of people?
Thank you. Hi, I am Andy P. From Los Angeles, they, them pronouns. Could I please ask the chair to, there was a previous point of privilege about waving around signs, that it is distracting to other comrades. I have autism. This is distracting to me. I would like to ask our fellow delegates, please, to not wave around your signs, especially during voting. Thank you.
Yes. When we're raising our placards, when we transition between the votes, can we slow down a little bit? Because it's starting to get confusing for people. Thank
Totally.
you.
Wow.
Okay, so now we're going to vote.
I have a point of a question.
They're trying to vote on something?
Voting yes would be to make it. Hold on, could I just get through my sentence, please? Vote all those in favor
Point of inquiry?
Yeah, what's your point of inquiry?
As it stands, this is Daniel Ray from Piedmont. He, him pronouns.
Oh my God. Yep, that's why they couldn't get through one thing in an hour. They couldn't actually get through one thing because everyone had to keep interrupting and making sure that their personal bullshit was addressed thoroughly, and that's what you get. So what do you think about that? All right. Well, speaking of Newsom,
because of these people, we have a channel.
Yeah, exactly. They make it easy.
But probably the most qualified person in this podcast right now to speak on Newsom is Adam Carolla. This is you sitting with him. If I'm not mistaken, this is 12 years ago.
Yes.
10 or 12 years ago when you guys are sitting down. He's in your set. He's in your podcast. Rob, if you want to play this clip.
It's hilarious.
This 1 minute exchange between the two will give you some context, and then I want to hear from you. If Newsom's changed at all.
I wish everyone would talk like this.
Over. Do you want to endorse him? Do you want to get behind him? Go ahead, Rob.
Of African Americans in the state of California, roughly half of Latino families have no access to a checking account or an ATM. Things we take for granted. They don't have a checking account.
What's wrong with them?
And well, because they don't have the resources to sock those things away.
Why do we have them?
A lot of different reasons.
Why those two groups don't have access?
Well, a lot of it just happens to be that we can talk about.
Flawed?
No, they're hardly flawed, but they're struggling.
Genetically
Folks are making
flawed.
their word. Hardly, not absolutely.
But okay,
not.
do Asians have this problem?
I mean, a lot of communities have. A lot of whites have these problems.
Oh,
but
so that's not just black and Hispanic.
No, but
why did you bring up black and Hispanic?
Because the magnitude is ominous.
But why so many of them?
It just happens to be the
just that's the way God planned it.
Not at all.
Well, what happened?
Not at all. A lot of issues, and that communities are struggling. A lot
Why
of new
are they
immigrants.
struggling?
A lot of different reasons. The only reason why is the magnitude of
There's
the
so
problem.
many more.
The magnitude in percentage.
But there's no
terms
way to figure out how that happened.
We could talk about that. You know what I'm dealing with? I don't want to have a sociological debate.
Sure, why would you?
No, here's why.
Why would you want to do that? Because the person from the Times wouldn't write good things about you if you did that.
No, that's not the case. Because I
You
want to
don't
deal
want
with
to get into
reality.
that.
No.
You want to deal with reality.
I want to deal with the reality of people
is.
that are struggling. People are suffering. I want to deal with the problems in
Why
a
are
pragmatic
they
way.
struggling
I don't
and
want an
suffering?
idea. We can hold hands and surmise about all these other
Right
I don't want to.
What did he say right after this interview was done? What did he tell you?
He's Teflon. He doesn't care. He's a sociopath. So he doesn't. It's like, did you feel bad after you killed your wife and her family? Like, no, I'm a sociopath. You know what I mean? I had wings.
How could I do this?
Yeah, he's a sociopath. He does not. You have to be a sociopath to answer questions that way, because asked him 17 different times what is going on with these groups that they don't have access to checking accounts, which, by the way, is BS. I mean,
I know these talking points. This is like maybe back when slavery was a thing, and you want to say, well, slaves couldn't, like, you know, because people literally wouldn't let them go do those things. But now, how do you figure they can't, they're dumb? They're just, what?
Yeah.
Literally everyone has a phone.
Time for that to still be an excuse. So
yeah, it's retarded.
And once we figure out what the reason is, we might be able to address it and figure out how to solve it.
Yeah, so then you can stop saying these bullshit.
Throwing money at it is not a solution. All it does is make everyone else's bills more expensive.
That's so crazy.
And it doesn't help the people you're throwing the money at either, because they're just reliant on that money being thrown at them, and eventually it's going to go away.
Well, this is, you can't have voter ID because they can't figure out how to get an ID. Like, really? That's what you're going to say? Like, we're like preventing people because they're so dumb that they can't. If you're so dumb that you can't figure out how to get an ID in the United States, you shouldn't be allowed to vote on the politics of the United States because you are clearly too dumb to do that. You don't get, like, if you can't step up to the plate to that extent, like, okay, I'm gonna go down to the office and fill out a form and get an ID. Like, if that is too complicated for you, I literally could care. I literally do not give any cares at all to anything you feel about anything, to be honest. All right. Let's look at what do they call him? The dollar store Obama.
Dollar store Obama. It's not the guy with the sombrero?
This might get copyright strike, but whatever. We'll deal with it.
Uh-oh, yep.
It's Americans loves illegals, Democrat way, we always pay. Government's closed, no dinero. Democrats need illegals to get their way. Americans no longer will pay. It's a dollar store Obama. It's a dollar store Obama. Dollar store Obama.
So we know this is a deep fake, and just so in case anyone was confused, this is an AI. That was not AI, actually hockey, as much as that would be funny. That's not actually him. I know some of you can't tell the difference because you're retarded. But to make it crystal clear, and this guy's not actually guitaring on a surfboard. In case that wasn't clear either. I don't want any confusion. Okay.
Okay.
Now, this one, unfortunately, is not AI. So I'm going to put out a disclaimer for anyone who thinks there's no way the Democrats would behave this badly and this must be AI. No, this is actually them, and this is not AI. And I'll point out something else. If we notice, woman, 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 woman.
Isn't that just a coincidence?
Beta male, woman. And not only beta, but like an elderly old man who's probably just like, all right, my wife will make my life hell. So like, what the fuck? I really don't give a shit.
Took a wrong turn. He's in the wrong banquet hall. He's like, is this the NRA meeting?
Yeah. So, and then another severely old man and another severely old man. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. At least 15 confirmed women holding up signs.
Can't read the signs. They're blue.
It's something, swear her in.
Swear her in. Okay. Who's that?
Let's see. Swear in. Oh. Apparently, okay, let's look at this. Adelita Orijalva. All right, let's see. Swear her in. Can force a vote on the Epstein files. So, but she's still not sworn in. More than 3 weeks after winning her race. The phones don't work. There's no computer. She's no staff. We don't have government email. She has which I don't know. I can't verify literally any of this stuff because literally it's NPR. So we'll see. But
yeah.
Which I don't even know how this would work. So what? She got voted in, and they're just randomly not giving her access to whatever it is that she needs, and then somehow also that affects her ability to vote. Like either you're in or you're not. Like I don't understand what's going on here, but and then apparently she's gonna vote to like release the files. I think it's just more like lies. Like they know she's not. Like there's no way. Like it's not gonna happen. Literally, it's not gonna happen. Like why? It's just more drama. It's more nonsense. It's more of like, look what they're doing. Look over here, victim. Oh my God, like something's happening. Pay attention. In the end, nothing's going to happen. Like this is literally nonsense. Makes me so angry. All right, what's going on here? Just checking in. No fascist. Fuck ICE. A woman's place is in the resistance. It should not have said resistance. Being... Hands off Chicago. Interesting. What about the criminals in Chicago? Why not get the criminals out of here? Resist fascism. That's ICE. Really? Okay. Interesting. No kings. Aw, look how cute he looks. Why wouldn't you want him as the king when he looks that good?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. And a very blurry camera. Good job, Associated Press. You're going all... What the fuck are we looking at here? You're just climbing down a mountain with your camera? All right, anyway.
Jesus wasn't a refugee.
Swear her in! Swear her in! Swear her in!
And look at, they're all like smiling and laughing. And now look at this guy. Speaker of the House, Mike Johnson. Capitol Police ran over here to block them because they're not supposed to be over here, I guess. Or I don't know. I'm not 100% sure what's going on. But he literally ran over here to get in the way.
The fence.
And now look what's happening. Now this bitch is gonna push her way through and is don't touch me, blah blah blah. Cackle, and now she's screeching at him. And now he's just like, ah shit, I don't know what to do. So he's calling someone else while the mob is just mobbing its way through like a bunch of fucking psychopaths. It's like, man, you're acting like a bunch of fucking children, like worse than children. I swear to God, it's insanity.
Why has everyone got to be recording it with their phones? Like, how?
Because they want something to happen. They want that guy to like actually stop them, and then they escalate it, and now they're gonna go psycho and be like, "Oh, the Republicans beat the fucking Democrats over the head," or whatever.
Like a Karen thing.
All these fucking cackling Karens walking down the hallway. What is he afraid of, Epstein? Like, what? Grow the fuck up. My God. Like, where were you doing that for Biden? Like, were you doing that for any other president? Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, why this is so important.
Dems' bizarre demands. Here's the Speaker, Mike Johnson, blasting them.
They want to spend $24.6 million of your hard-earned dollars as a taxpayer for climate resilience in Honduras. They want to spend $13.4 million for civic engagement in Zimbabwe. They want to send $3.9 million for LGBTQI plus democracy grants in the Western Balkans. They want to spend $2.9 million of your dollars for desert locust risk reduction in the Horn of Africa. And $2 million for, quote, organizing for feminist democratic principles in Africa. We are not doing that.
Army, we're almost out of time, but very quickly, you just can't make this stuff up, can you?
Look, if you're not giving $13.4 million to Zimbabwe for civic engagement, you're not serious about running the United States government. Okay, I'm sorry. That's the truth. No.
Oh my God, I know. It's like all this bullshit, and it's like this isn't even how you handle this kind of stuff. You like do it through normal working hours and like proper discourse and channels. Like I don't understand. Like you don't throw a tantrum and then block this thing just until you get what you want. Like, and frankly, if anyone does give you what you want, all that's saying is, hey, this is like gonna get, you know, this is something that you should do because you're gonna get what you want at the end. Like, nope. Now it's even kind of principled. Like, okay, we have to show this isn't like you can't do this. Like, it's not gonna work. Like, if you want these things, do it the right way. I don't know. This is crazy.
By the way, I want to say officially for the press, it's about 110 degrees in this room. Nice job with the air conditioning, whoever. But you know what the press will say? They'll say, Trump didn't look well. He was extremely wet. It's 104 or 5 degrees in this room.
24 hours later.
You think he's well?
Memo.
No.
Sweating that much?
In a million different ways, I don't think he's well.
I mean, that was a lot of sweat.
Can you pull it up just so we can see it? Because it's so nuts. And by the way,
I'm so glad he like knew that was gonna happen and just was like, I'm just gonna. So it's like part of the record
It's
or
like
whatever.
the-
like it's
like
on
the
the.
escalator thing and the friggin' it's like all this stupid shit that people pull just to get a shot of him possibly looking like foolish in a moment. Like, oh, look at him, he's so old and
It's so
he can't walk
crazy.
up an escalator.
I know. Where's them like commenting on Biden not being able to walk up one set of
Right.
stairs? Like Jesus Christ! Like repeatedly.
Yeah, it wasn't like he missed one step and continued on his way. It was like he just could not.
He just kept falling down the
He
same
just kept
flight of
falling.
stairs.
Got up, fell, got up, fell, got up.
That's something
Oh
you
my
should be
gosh.
embarrassed about. A
like
tripping one
somebody
time,
hot fire,
whatever.
man.
People
Jeez.
stumble, whatever. It happens. But yeah, old. Oh my God! I saw a thing of Nancy Pelosi the other day. She's
ancient.
She pretty much has to use her Secret Service to like hold on to them so that she doesn't have to like use a walker or something. Like she needs to use them as support more or less so that she can walk. It's insane. It is so crazy. And they're going on about Trump is sweating in a 105-degree room. Like, okay, fuck you.
Want to worry about the government? You need an F-16. Come on, man.
Don't mess with the women in America unless you want to get the benefit.
Come on, man.
What did he say?
Exactly.
Come on, man. Do you know that 28 out of every high school student is Latino? Come on, man. More than half of the women in my administration are women.
More than half of the women are women.
Come on, man. We went for two reasons. One, to man. Let's talk about everybody being able to, no matter what your age, go out and be able to purchase cocaine. What do you think about that idea?
What do you think about that idea?
Well, I think some people really like that idea, actually.
This is president.
This is president.
Come on, man. Donald Trump's presidency. Guess what? No.
Guess what? You know.
Come on, man. By the way, it's all his fault that we're spending $6 billion in taxpayer money this month to help AIDS fight HIV/AIDS.
It's all his fault.
Come on, man.
Help AIDS fight HIV.
Did you see his Elton John's face? He was like, what?
Oh my gosh.
Oh. Come on, man.
Just standing there.
put that double-barrel shotgun and fired 2 blasts outside the house. Come on, man. Beer brewed here, it is used to make the brew beer in this refinery. Oh, Earth Rider, thanks for the Great Lakes. I wonder why it's
What the hell he just...
man. And if you really want to worry about the government...
I know, but they're so worried about Trump, but literally, he looks like that old Muppet. So
They're worried about Trump, but they weren't worried about who was actually running our country for the 4 years that this guy was our president. And maybe he was for the first few months, maybe even the first year. Maybe. But after that, we had this kind of stuff.
He had no clue about anything.
Just like, what?
Well, I mean, even
know, like,
but why
who
the
he
news
is,
never
where
would
he is,
even
or
point out
what
any of
year
this
it
shit.
is?
No news would be like, oh, look, he can't finish a sentence. But anything Trump does, even if it's completely normal, they'll be like, oh, look at how crazy this is. It's like, where were you? Where were you? I don't know. And this is like way better material too. I don't understand. Oh man, this shit's crazy.
Sure. So, yes, I am never going to be in favor of a policy that denies people access to public health, public safety, or public education based on their immigrant status.
That all people in this country have the right to health care.
Would you include the 11 million undocumented immigrants?
Absolutely, absolutely.
His first order of business, expanding state-run health care, including full coverage to 138,000 illegal immigrants.
Is it why? I don't understand what their motivation is. All you're doing is incentivizing people to come here illegally and get free healthcare. Like, how is that? How is that beneficial to the people that are actually paying into it? I don't get any of this shit. And it's like,
I don't either.
They pretend it's like some humanitarianism or like, oh, we care about people, so everyone in the whole world should just get. If that's how you feel about it, well, then go give your money to the rest of the world. I don't know what to tell you.
If that's really
like,
how you feel about it, then what we should really do is take over the freaking world.
Yeah, well, that's true. Yeah, let's do that. Then
because
everyone.
The problem is we have like 250 plus countries in this world when we should have one.
Yeah, let's do it. I think you're onto something. Our supremacy tour has a new process, a new purpose. We need to spread this message, man.
We know the government will do the right thing and give free health care to everybody in the whole world. And there will be no illegal immigrants because everyone will be an American by definition, as long as they're on Earth. And then
exactly.
The moon's next.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, honestly, though, I think that's the right thing because then it's
give Mars to the Republicans because it's red anyway.
But we have to make everybody. The problem is, even if we did that, we'd also have to make everyone like conform to like some sort of values because
we'd have to shave everyone's head because hair makes everyone different, and that's not right.
Yeah, we need.
So everyone's gonna get to shave their head. And we'll get
we need less things
we'll have to
that make you
something
different
on your forehead to make it easy to identify you.
Yeah,
like
you
like
need
in case
your
of an emergency.
Yeah, and your pronouns, if you're into that, need to be
we'll have that on your forehead as
and
well.
that way I know to avoid you. But
I think
all these things. I know we need to document all this. Like we can't let this just go.
It's being recorded by YouTube.
That's true. We can always come back to it.
So it'll
be on the internet forever.
Do they know about the internet?
Illegally?
Yeah.
Let me just be very clear about this.
Let me be very clear.
I'm opposed to any policy that would deny in our country any human being from access to public safety, public education, or public health, period.
Well, how come the problem is public safety also requires you to get them the fuck out of here when they don't belong here. So now you're in a
also
fundamental conflict.
Like, well, the public is paying for them.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
So
the
it's very
people
easy
here
for them
are
to
paying
say,
for every.
Oh, well, yeah. I'll just use your money to pay for everybody.
I'll use your money, and then I'll take more of it because you have more. Really?
And by the way, you have to pay me.
Yeah, this is so crazy.
Right.
This is so crazy. Everything about this is just nuts.
You said they would be covered under your plan, which is
State lawmakers passed a bill that would offer Medicaid to undocumented seniors. Do you expect to sign this, and do you foresee expanding it just beyond seniors?
I will sign that bill. I think it's important.
I did universal health care when I was mayor, fully implemented, regardless of pre-existing condition, ability to pay, and regardless of your immigration status. San Francisco is the only universal health care plan for all undocumented residents in America.
Which is retarded. He's so proud of it.
I again think it's a human right. I think it makes economic sense.
How does it make economic sense?
All people. Thank you. When we talk about Medicare for all,
Is that Tim that was just speaking?
Yeah.
It means all. It means every man, woman, and child in this country, including the undocumented.
So why has it got to be just in this country then? That doesn't make any sense. It should be the whole world. Like, oh, so they have to somehow get here. So the point is they have to get here somehow, but once they're here, then they can benefit from it. And it doesn't matter how they get here. It's not like none of it makes sense. Literally none of it. If you want the healthcare, come here the right way. Like literally, that's it. I don't get it. If it's that important, figure out how to do it. And if you can't, sorry.
It's like they're trying to build the biggest ship ever and get as many people to go on the ship as possible. And then they're going to take it out to sea and sink it.
I wish that's what they were doing.
What's strange. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Of course, they're the only ones with a life preserver, but
oh my God, I know. I know it's well. I mean, honestly, I would love to see
the illegal immigration thing. It's also like the crime situation in the same cities. It's like, oh, well, let's just ignore crime. Like there'll be nothing negative that will ever come of just ignoring crime. And if someone's caught being a criminal, we'll just put them back out in the street as long as they didn't, hurt. Like I don't even say if as long as they didn't hurt anyone, because there's plenty of these cases where people have like been released multiple times and they're violent. So it's like, well, they've hurt someone, just not enough for you to keep them locked up. Like, how many times do they have to hurt people before you do something? And then you find out they're not even here legally. Like, what? So you had them multiple times and you just, for political reasons, decided to just let them go back out in the street and take your chances.
And frankly, what the fuck are how are these people that support this from a political standpoint? Like, how are there that many people that you're winning over doing this? Is the crazy part. Because if
you really wanted to help the illegal immigrants who are here peacefully, like if they were the objective, like we want them to have a path to citizenship because they're here and we like them and they make great tacos, right? So we want to keep them, but by letting the criminal element illegals stay and continue to be criminals and illegals and not deport them, you're hurting the normal people who are here illegally, but they're probably here to try to have a better life. And I kind of get that. And I think that's where some of the compassion comes through. And I get that, but you're also including all these other like bad people or people who are just taking advantage of the rest of us. And that's not like, how does that make any sense? How will that benefit anybody?
I know the argument comes up like, oh, well, who's going to pick the fucking, potatoes out of the ground or whatever? And then
we have robots for that soon. And in the meantime, we have minimum wage high school kids.
I mean, and we need to automate it anyways. That's the point.
We have legal immigrants who might do
it. Dude, there are machines that can do pretty much anything. It's like you buy the fucking machine.
Picking it.
Exactly. It's right now. It's cheaper for you to pay people less than living wage, so that's why you're doing it.
Some crops that do require hand picking. I don't know of any off the top of my
Even
head,
if there are, you figure it the fuck out how to make a machine. Exactly. Figure it out. Now you have incentive.
Time,
but there's not incentive when there's cheap labor.
If you got dirt cheap labor and you can take advantage of that, you have no reason to innovate. Absolutely.
So I don't know. It's all incentivizing the wrong things. That's what I hate. And it's and they're like, well, at some point, okay, let's say someone does have to do this
always
job
at the expense of the general public.
Well, and in this case, it's at the expense of the illegal aliens who end up being slaves effectively, or indentured servants of some sort. Where it's
them at all, right?
Yeah, it's not actually helping them. You're putting them in a place where they can't get out of it.
Into a system that perpetuates
of doing the work that we don't want to do.
Status.
And then, frankly, if that's the case, you have to pay more to get someone to do it. Great. And then the cost of that product goes up. Well, great. That's literally what capitalism is about. Like, it's the cost. And if the cost is too high and people won't buy it, then people don't produce it anymore, or they figure out how to be more efficient, which means automation. And building a machine that can do it, or building something that makes them more effective at it, instead of let's just not pay the people. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
That's why we have the problem. That's why you have the problem.
How much they care about people. They will shut the government down just to get their way.
And to getting their way means giving money to people who don't even belong here. So you're shutting the government down, not paying the people that are here doing their job, so that you can give money to people that don't even belong here.
Like, they're not. These aren't people who are serving you coffee. These are people who are like defending our country. They're keeping the wolves at bay. We need to pay them. It's important. And they have all the weapons. So you don't want them mad at you.
I know.
They get mad enough.
And that's the thing. At some point, the patience wears out, and it's like, thank God the people that are in that position have like seemingly the most restraint in the world dealing with all these fucking psycho Karens.
Everybody is in and nobody's out in my bill. No, we
Proof is the fact that we're still here.
Bill. I want it to be a healthcare bill.
Would they have access to health insurance?
Yes.
Health insurance for undocumented immigrants is a deal breaker for you.
That is one of the pillars of the plan as I see it.
The pillars? Why?
Including, by the way, the undocumented in this country.
Accusations tonight again.
And they go out of their way to say that. Why?
An Illinois program that provides health care for undocumented migrants.
People need to get health care. I am in favor of universal health care. However that comes together.
Will this plan also include undocumented people?
And the answer is absolutely, of course.
You, as several of your fellow competitors for the Democratic nomination, support government-funded health care for undocumented immigrants.
Let all these idiots, like I said, give them California, give them New York, give them Washington, Oregon, whatever, so what? And they can have fucking, that, what was it, the Maine, what is that area called? The like northeastern area, whatever it is up there. They can have all of it. We'll keep Florida, Texas, and those, whatever.
The Great Northwest is what you're speaking of, yes.
Northeast, like Maine and Vermont and like.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like Oregon.
Well, those two, like they can have that side and that side. It will keep like
two coasts. We'll keep
not
South
the whole coast. Yeah, we get the
Right.
Florida,
And we get the Gulf.
we
get the Gulf.
Georgia, exactly. Gulf of America is ours. Texas,
Gulf of America, baby.
They can have Colorado, whatever. But as soon as that happens, what do you think? All the rich people are going to leave those states because guess what? They're going to be taxed at 98.3%. And all their money will go to poor people that will never be productive or useful to society in any fucking way. So they're going to leave. And then all the money that all these social programs need is going to come from the next most wealthy people who are actually poor. And you're going to just take everything from everybody and squander it, and then it's going to be more or less like, what is it, Escape from LA or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, man, I say just let them do it. Just sacrifice it. Just be like, fine, you guys really want to live this way? We'll even pay to move you. We will pay to move you out of a red state into a blue state if you're a Democrat, and if you're a Republican, we'll pay to move you out of the blue state into the red state. Because in the long run, it will be wildly economically beneficial to everyone in the red states, and the blues will all die.
What if you're in a purple state? There's still a couple of them.
The problem is you got to make a choice. You got to make a choice, unfortunately. And once Whitmer's gone, we'll know what Michigan decides, but I hope to fucking God they figure it out.
I hope so too. Local politics are different than what we're talking about. This is world news, not
this is world news, but yeah. In the context of America, though, they should do that. All the blues will die out. Then red can come back in, fix it back up, and then we'll have a united red again. And then we can take over the rest of the world. Canada will kind of just default in because they want to be part of the Golden Dome. And Trump keeps telling them, like, look, we're going to just tariff you to 1 million if you don't. And they'll just be like, fine, fuck it, whatever. And then Mexico will be easy because we'll just get rid of all the cartels, and then Mexico will be like, thank you, and then they'll join. We'll let them keep, being Mexican.
Right.
South America is pretty easy from there. And that's already like half. Well, it's like a third of the world, maybe, right? So there you go. And that would only take a couple years? We could do that before Trump's even out of office. Easy. He said what he said. Raising Cane came in and said, I'll take care of this in 2 weeks. And he said, what? My other general said 5 years. Well, let's do the math. 2 weeks. That's we're at 100 times more efficient with Raising Cane. Okay. So he's got more or less 400 years worth of time to get it done. I think he can do it. All right. Anyway, this is interesting, and coming from CNN, and especially this lady. I don't know. This lady surprises me sometimes, but I still don't like her. But nobody can just acknowledge Trump's role in anything that he does good. There's just automatically there's got to be some ulterior motive or this or that.
Doesn't matter what
he
does. There has to be a bad reason for it. Right.
Mm-hmm. Or that it's fake and he didn't actually do it.
By accident, he's just taking credit.
Yep, exactly. It's so great. And he stumbles into a bunch of things on accident and that's a lot of stumbling around into accidents.
CNN has spectacularly and surprisingly slammed Barack Obama.
Honestly, it's not unfair to say if President Obama is going to write a whole post about a peace deal, maybe he should acknowledge the president that brokered it.
If Donald Trump gets a peace deal, he deserves the credit.
The criticism came after the former president wrote a post on X that celebrated the end of the war but gave no recognition to Donald Trump's pivotal brokering of the deal. The post read, after 2 years of unimaginable loss and suffering for Israeli families and the people of Gaza, we should all be encouraged and relieved that an end to the conflict is within sight, that those hostages still being held will be reunited with their families, and that vital aid can start reaching those inside Gaza whose lives have been shattered. More than that, though, it now falls on Israelis and Palestinians, with the support of the US and the entire world community, to begin the hard task of rebuilding Gaza, and to commit to a process that, by recognizing the common humanity and basic rights per people, can achieve a lasting peace. Donald Trump Jr. lashed out the post, cheekily adding, I'll finish it for you. Thank you, Donald Trump. Online commentators were left shocked that CNN called out the former president, with this person saying, CNN calling out Obama, pigs are flying. And this person agreed, saying, hell just froze over. In addition to Obama's refusal to acknowledge Trump's part in the peace deal, Anthony Blinken also tried to undermine Trump, which the president called a joke.
And they were in places that you don't want to know about.
Some of the top Biden administration folks over there, like Anthony Blinken, seem to want some credit for the peace deal. Blinken says it's good that President Trump adopted and built on the plan that the Biden administration developed. What do you think about that?
Everybody knows that's a joke. Look, they did such a bad job. This should have never happened. This wouldn't have even happened. That was weak leadership, terrible. And the same thing with Russia, Ukraine. if just a decent president, not a great president like me.
Like me.
Not a great president.
He's the king of the trolls over here. I love it. All right, so now we're going to look at a little bit of ICE protesting and Antifa weirdness. Let's check out Nick Shirley is going on a ride along with ICE as they try and snatch up a few American citizens as they do.
All right, we're going to go make an arrest right now. They have a guy right here. Here we go.
Well, frankly, how they didn't get that guy is just crazy.
Are you worried about being deported now? Been a wild few weeks here in America, and now I'm in Chicago.
He's aging like pretty hard.
And the eruption continues. Right now I'm outside of an ICE detention facility center. Just the other day, ICE had to shoot at one of the protesters because they were armed as well, and their life was at threat. They barricaded a car, and Chicago PD stood down and did not go in support of the ICE agents. So things are getting crazy here inside Chicago. I will also be doing a ride along with ICE in this same video showing both sides from the protesters and the ICE agents. Who knows what's gonna happen. We got somebody underneath us right here.
Oh, look at that little megaphone.
Now they have been arrested. And these people right here are the...
Even his megaphone's tiny. What the hell?
County Sheriff Police. This is not the National
Got from the dollar store.
This is the Cook County Chicago Police.
The Chicago Police. This is not ICE.
I can see you're very passionate about this cause that you guys are out here fighting for. What's your message to the Cook County police officers here today?
Look how hard he's breathing.
Illinoisans are being kidnapped by ICE daily and put in that detention facility in unsafe, unhealthy conditions. And these guys are more concerned with us peacefully protesting in support of our fellow Illinoisans than they are concerned about freeing fellow Illinoisans from kidnapping.
The big controversy here was initially the National Guard was going to be here, and now it's the Cook County Sheriff Police that are out here. Do you still have hatred towards them as well?
I think they're more professional than ICE, and they must feel embarrassed by ICE. But if they're standing against us and not against ICE, then they're not with us, and I don't support them.
So every day they're just snatching up Illinoisans and throwing them into the... But all of you people are just standing right here being annoying and they're not snatching any of you up? They're just going around snatching up some people randomly all over the place, but they're not grabbing any of you? What are they... Why are they doing that? Like, what is that? How is that helping them to do that? Like, why are they running around?
Came off a construction site too. Well, not that person, but
this is just, it doesn't really make much sense to me what they think is happening. They're just going around grabbing people because of what reason?
All, like, bad, I guess.
It's like the boogeyman, just like under your bed waiting for you.
Man, bad. There's a connection, I'm guessing.
There's probably some connection somewhere.
Yeah, I don't.
Maybe this person will
really
enlighten us.
Stretching my imagination to figure it out, or hopefully maybe figure it out, and I'm probably still be wrong.
Some people are comparing ICE and the feds, and now they're calling Cook County as well, the sheriff police. They're referring to them as the Gestapo. Do you think that's a fair?
I think that's absolutely a fair comparison, because what did the Gestapo do that was so terrible? They hauled people off without due process. What is ICE doing? That exact same thing. You could make an argument that the more local law enforcement is not that, and sure, they even if they're not taking part in the actual hauling off of people, they're actively facilitating the taking of people that have been kidnapped and moving them somewhere else. So they're participating, even if they're not officially part of ICE. They are participating in that process of disappearing people. So I'd say that a comparison of them to the Gestapo is perfectly valid at this point. Yes.
What do you think when Kristi Noem came here?
Just randomly disappearing people with no due process. And then what happens when they get in there? Like, do they go in front of a judge and get processed? Have they already had their process and been ordered for removal? And
are they being detained until that process?
Like, yeah, I don't know, man. Like,
because if don't, they probably won't show up for that process.
And if they do show up, like, guess what? If you're told to leave, then you're going. Like, it's not like, oh, like it's just a game or something. Like, you gotta go. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I think it was just a photo op for, Ice Barbie, and I don't, if she had to go to the bathroom, she could have gone to the detention center. Or the facility's so bad there that Ice Barbie can't go there. I don't know.
Who's the Ice Barbie?
Christy Gnome. The dog killer. She's like Trump's cabinet official that's above ICE. People call her Ice Barbie online.
And what should they do with the illegal migrants that did come over the border illegally?
This isn't about illegal migrants. They're arresting and detaining U.S. citizens who happen to be brown. People who are driving while brown. They're arresting people who are in
driving while brown
of getting citizenship or asylum. They go to citizenship hearings and steal people before they become citizens. It's about kidnapping brown people. There's 70 or 80% of the people they've picked up are either citizens or legal residents.
70 or 80% are citizens.
I doubt that highly.
Where are these people outcrying?
Where are you getting these numbers from, Adidas man?
Yeah, what are you talking about? I tried to find, I found a few clips,
Not
but
illegal immigration at all. That's a red herring.
So what's your message to the ICE agents here?
Lick my balls, get the fuck off my lands. Think about what the fuck you're doing. This is colonization in real time. You're seeing colonization in real time. They're colonizing.
What does that mean?
Condensation.
They're colonizing here, Chicago.
It's just colonizing Chicago.
Colonization.
Of a colonization. At the end of the day, that's all it is.
That's all he knows how to say?
Colonization, I think is what he's saying.
Miami, the Illinois, the Anishinaabe, the Ojibwe, and any peaceful people that could come here and get along with anybody, you're welcome. But if you don't like my people, get the fuck on. The Atlantic Ocean.
So you literally just said anyone that wants to come get along, but oh my God.
If you want to come here and agree with me, that's fine. But if you come here and you don't agree with me, then I'm gonna kick you in the face with my boot. All right.
Yeah, and you
that
don't.
Sounds very tolerant.
And frankly, that's what you're saying. That's what people are doing right now. You're literally like, oh, these people are being like this, but that's how I want to be. Like, what? What?
I came over here and invaded peaceful lands, and you're still here, and you're in my front yard, and you're in my backyard, complaining and crying about me? You came to my neighborhood, dude. Check yourself.
So if any deals were made in the past, for instance, like the deal Mexico made with the United States when the United States bought Mexico, should
I
those
want them to honor the treaties, bro. They never honor no treaties. All of their fucking doctrines are garbage. They lie, steal, pillage. They never honored no treaties.
I see you have this Antifa flag here. Are you worried about supporting Antifa now that they're declared a terrorist organization here?
There's a lot of misconceptions about Antifa. It's not an organization. The best way I can say is Antifa is a group of people that's standing up to do what's right.
How do you feel about ICE?
Oh, wow. Why did he talk like that?
Deportation of illegal migrants. But
Who's illegal?
I would say anyone who came over the border illegally.
Yeah, but what does that even mean? If you had an illegal asylum claim and now you're in jail or deported, what is legal? That changes at any moment. You could be considered illegal.
I couldn't.
How not?
Because I was born here.
How can you prove that?
I have a birth certificate.
What if you lose that?
If I lose it, then I'll have to go get another one.
What if they don't give you one?
And I'll be done.
And what if you are deemed illegal?
If I were deemed illegal, well, it wouldn't really happen because I was born
how
here.
Could that not? Why?
Because I was born here.
How is anyone going to believe that if they decide that you're illegal?
See, this is the type of shit like that. This is just nonsense. This is why you can't even talk to these people. It's nonsense. It's literally straight up nonsense. Oh, well, how are you legal? Okay, well, if that's your starting point, you're not even worth talking to. I swear to God, like that's such low capacity. You can't tell the difference. Like, can we start with, okay, let's start with what's established right now. These people are illegal. and we don't want them here. And this is what we've all agreed on. Let's start with that. Let's not twist it into, well, what if you're illegal? Like, are you a 3-year? How old are kids when they start doing that? When they just say, well, why? I
don't know, 2?
Yeah, exactly. So, like, what the fuck? Are you still 2 years old? This is crazy. You stopped. Your brain just stopped growing at 2.
You're a little pain in the butt.
Yeah. Interesting. So this is what a 2-year-old looks like in a 50-year-old body, apparently, right here.
Or he's a Gen Z and he's actually 22.
That's true. It could be.
I'm not too worried about that. But the deportation of someone who came over the border illegally, and that's a criminal, I do support.
Who's a criminal?
After being at this protest, I met up with ICE to see how a deportation works and go along with the ride-along. Okay. Sounds good.
Nazi TikToker.
Yes.
All the time.
So now,
screeching.
So now I'm going in.
Nazi TikToker.
So now we're gonna go show you guys another inside look as to what's going on. I figured it'll be good for both sides to see what's happening, for them and for the people that are in support of what's going on. Now they're yelling at me for going inside.
Nazi!
This is gonna show more and more transparency for both sides, regardless whether you support ICE or don't support ICE. Now I have to go meet with some federal law enforcement to talk about the ICE ride-along. But before I go on the ride-along, I want to tell you guys about the sponsor of this video, Opus Clip. What used to just be an AI clipper has now million creators are using it. Super simple to go viral. Tons of viral shorts ready for you to post. It's full automation, and it's like having a full-time editor, AI editor. My favorite thing about Opus is how easy within 1% down below. Do it. Man that they found this morning as they're going out was found to be illegal here, and now he's going to be deported. They're chaining him up, and then transportation will come and get him in just a moment. And he was from Russia?
He is from Russia, correct.
He's been here how long illegally?
He's been here about 2 years or so.
That's weird. I would not think the first people we were going to find today was going to be a Russian.
Oh, you know what? They come in all colors.
And Vladimir's going to go take him back.
Probably will.
All right, what neighborhood are we in now?
This is in Elgin.
I don't think Russia is a color, but
apartments over here. In our immigration data.
Now, somebody here illegally from Russia might have a asylum claim, but
and it's difficult to
probably not, fortunately.
Our neighborhood, just due to the fact that there's a lot of folks, as I said, who's wanted, but at the same time they have scouts, they have people on the lookout for any type of vehicles that might be associated with ICE, and obviously some of our vehicles, some are tenants, some are not tenants, so we had to come up with creative ways to try to infiltrate what I call it the hornet's nest.
Out of all the places you've been to while you get these deportations have been going on, how would you say Chicago is as far as it being harder to go through and find these people with how many people are putting out notices of ICE in the areas?
I think it's hard. Both Chicago, sanctuary cities or sanctuary states and cities, such as California and Chicago, it ranks. They're sort of neck and neck, but I'll just give the edge to Chicago, just due to the fact that we're dealing with the threat levels of the gangs and just the bounties that's wanted, and just the threat level of now people are putting Apple tags in government rides. So
people are putting like Apple tags on your guys' vehicles.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And how much are some of these bounties they're putting out for you guys?
There was a bounty for the BP officer, Greg, who was overseeing the BP operations, and it was like $10,000. It was $10,000.
And is that to kill you guys or just to get you guys hostage?
Both. I think one was $10,000, another one was $2,000. So just the threat level, I think in Chicago is a little bit worse than that when it comes to like Los Angeles.
And right now, what are we specifically looking for as we are driving around?
Right now, we are inside this plaza called Elgin. So we have a lot of targets that frequent this area. So a lot of times, what we'll do, we'll have methods to go about trying to apprehend our target locations in regards to this plaza.
And here inside Chicago, they have set up Instagram pages and Facebook pages letting people know inside the communities that ICE is there, making it harder for ICE to do their jobs. And ICE had a targeted subject outside of this grocery store, and while we were waiting for him to leave the grocery store, we were surrounded by a group of vehicles from one of these groups.
This is so crazy.
Protesting inside of the parking lot.
It's so crazy.
as that's a sign and one of their tactics to let everybody know around the parking.
Look how many people show up.
Grocery store, the ICE is out. Look, right now, here you have some of these locals, these protesters there, trying to make it known that we are in the ICE vehicle. They even have kids holding out signs. They have the Mexican flags outside the windows, and they have kids holding signs back there. In a way, these guys are hindering a law enforcement investigation. Is this something somebody could be arrested for?
We're still waiting for guidance to come down in regards to this type of activity. So hopefully we'll know more here in the future as this type of activity keep on going on across the country.
And while we were waiting, other ICE agents had identified a vehicle with 5 illegal migrants, and watch what happened when they go to try and make the arrest.
Oh my God. All right, go ahead. We'll take it out. Come on, let's take it out.
Zoom! Yep. Nothing sussy about any of this. Not dangerous at all. Nothing. I'm sure all those people were just perfectly legal citizens, not doing anything wrong. Look at all these people! Look! And then they like run into the crowd. Unbelievable. At that point, just arrest all of them, huh? I don't know. Figure it out later.
And they scattered. Vámonos!
They're look how many people are literally just running everywhere.
Look, all the protesters showed up.
Holy crap. Like how fast all these people. Unreal. And then they had to jump in the car and run away, and this guy breaks his thing on their truck.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
And they're hitting it. That's what I'm saying. They need to. Where's the army, man?
That kid right there. That kid.
Put a tank behind this guy. Put a Humvee with some Marines in it. Let's go. Take them all out. I don't care.
Yeah, multiple people hit the car. All the people jumped out.
See how fast they stopped doing that.
5 different ways. They didn't catch any of them. They're running right now. And right now, we got a bunch of people following us. We didn't get the guys, but we did get their car keys.
Yes, sir. That's what we did get.
So they won't be able to get it back.
Yes. And either we'll try to get it to Elgin Police Department to
ooh, you got the car
keys. We'll take it from there.
They didn't get any of them. Even the guy that tripped up in the front.
We normally try to track them.
They didn't get any of them.
Catch up to them. We'll normally try to go back to see if there's any type of identification that they that fell out of them.
They fell out of them.
Protesters, they started hitting. They hit the car multiple times, and they even snapped one of their wooden poles on the car.
Yeah, so this is what we're dealing with. I mean, you got the community. I mean, you've had that. Like that's how hard it is. So that's why we had to have different countermeasures to try to deal with the situation that you guys just seen just now. Our
car wasn't able to get anybody. The car behind us, the white car, they do got somebody back there right now. But what do you guys feel like when you do see a large group of a community coming out trying to stop you guys from deporting somebody who came to the country illegally?
I just think it's unfortunate because with the community trying to come out and trying to hinder our operations, unfortunately the community doesn't know that some of these people have criminal records, and unfortunately it just sucks going back to the whole city of Chicago with the mayor not cooperating with us. He's hiding the criminals, so unfortunately everybody's getting caught up in this situation.
And because are you guys just going after anybody and everybody, or for instance, that car that we had, the red car, who was in that car?
It was a targeted enforcement. We did our homework in regards to the subject. He was wanted. We tried to effectuate the arrest, but due to the community, they make it hard to try to apprehend these individuals.
Because, for instance, that guy was a deportee. He had once been deported. He came back in the country illegally. Therefore, he is suitable to be deported again?
Yes, sir. Yeah, we'll just reinstate his final order. And that's a misconception that's going on out here as well. Everybody saying they're asking for warrants. But a lot of time, the individuals out here already have a final order. So all we're doing is just making the arrest to effectuate the reinstatement order, and then they'll be deported.
The protesters were hitting, and they did dent the front of the car, and then they also did scrape up the back as well. The mayor here, Mayor Johnson, and Governor Pritzker here, they're going totally against Donald Trump out here. And what does that do to you guys?
Unfortunately, it makes our job even harder. It makes the safety level a little bit higher, elevated with the threats that we're dealing with the community, because everybody think they can help stop the enforcement because they're trying to hinder our investigative and trying to hinder our arrest, but it's still not stopping. It's just another element to the situation where we have to fight the community as well. So
the mayor's saying you guys are putting their lives at risk, but meanwhile by him doing that, they're also putting your guys' life at risk.
Yeah, absolutely, and not only our lives at risk, but it's just putting the general public at risk as well. Once again,
yeah.
Since the mayor don't want to cooperate with ICE, he's hiding the people who have
Well, and I mean, if you're at the point where you're hitting the vehicles, like that's only telling you, okay, they're tolerating that. Let's escalate even further. And at some point, it's not going to get tolerated, and someone's going to get put down, or a bunch of people.
Someone's going to get hurt very badly.
Yeah, it's not going to be good. And then it's going to be a whole bunch of noise for no reason. Like, this shouldn't be happening in the first place. And again, I support throw everything at it. I would see, I don't think you could put enough military out there. I'd be like, just get it done. Let's go. Like, get it the fuck done. And all these people want to talk about, we're going to start shooting these guys. Go ahead. Try and shoot at the military and see what the fuck happens and see how fast everyone who thought they could shoot the military is no longer with us. Like, there's a difference between the police and the military. It's incomparable, really. And
yes, really is incomparable.
And we don't want the police getting to the point that they're like the military, because then we have a problem. No. But when the military needs to come in, send them in. Let's go. Let's get it done.
Most countries don't have a separate police. Their police is the military.
Really?
And those are generally countries that actually have dictatorship issues.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Just saying. Not all of them. Some of them are being quickly taken over by foreign entities, but
criminal records, unfortunately, with his actions, is helping them hide in the community. So therefore, it makes our job even harder because he's hindering that part in regard to us trying to.
And why do you want to protect these people in the first place? Like, get them the fuck out of here. Why is everyone standing up for these people? I could care less. I don't care if it's grandma. I don't care if it's, bad sheep cousin. It really doesn't fucking matter to me. If you're here legally, and especially like, let's fast track the people that have been here for 50 years or whatever. Fuck that. You had 50 years to figure it out. You didn't. Get the fuck out. Like, I don't know what to tell you. You had a whole bunch of time, did nothing. I have like literally zero sympathy. I don't care if you own a business, especially if you own a business. Fuck you. Like, you should have been able to figure it out. No sympathy. Zero. Like, it's like, I don't even know why there's even room for sympathy. You broke the law. You didn't figure it out. Get the hell out of here. It's that easy. It's that simple. And we don't need to be creating reward structures for people to break the law. Oh, well, they were here for so long. Well, all you're saying is, if you can evade getting caught for 25 years, we'll figure out how to make you a citizen. Like, no, then why would anyone do it any other way?
Individuals, and so just add another layer with the community and add another layer trying to apprehend the criminals as well.
And now they're putting bounties on people like you.
Yeah, and it's just unfortunate because once again, when you're out there telling people to hit record, they take it to another level where they think they can just impede our arrest. So it makes our threat even a little bit higher, because now when we're trying to do an arrest, we have people that are trying to approach us, and it's fine to record, but when you come at arm's length, that makes us a little bit dangerous, because now we don't know if you got a weapon, we don't know your motive or what you're trying to do in regards to the arrest.
And while we left this area, we were tracked down by another protester.
There's a lot of criminals that you're trying to protect too.
Okay, but y'all are ripping innocent people out the car. Record me. I don't give a what up.
Why you gotta cuss? Hey, how about?
He recorded me.
Hey, how about you talk to your mayor? Hey, if you talk to your mayor, then things will be a little bit different.
Our governor don't want you guys here. Never mind our mayor. It's our governor.
Okay, he's protecting the criminals.
I look at whoever I want to look at. Y'all can't even show your whole faces. Y'all got masks on but want to talk to me. Y'all are mad scary. Can't show your name, nothing of your identity, but want to be worried about other people.
Well, if you talk to your governor instead of protecting the criminals, then everything, all this madness.
They're not all criminals. You guys raided houses in Chicago, pulling out American citizens, traumatizing children who are citizens of the United States. How is that
you're clueless.
All right, we're gonna go make it.
Yeah, the problem is they get hung up on all these like stupid talking points. Again, we talked about this last time, right? Like,
yeah.
If your whole building is filled with criminals and you happen to also be in there and they detain you while they sort out the mess, unfortunately, it is what it is. I don't know what to tell you. It's not a great scenario, but it is by far the best scenario. All the criminals are gone. You get released. And guess what? They're not in the building anymore. Seems like a win to me.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And you didn't have to do the removal process either, so we should be thankful.
Yeah. And they're gone. That's the biggest thing. These are criminals that needed to get the we had to send in the military and helicopters and do like a precision strike on the building, like to get them the fuck out without it being like, oh, everyone's getting shot and it's crazy madness. It's like,
right.
The problem stems from, well, the city didn't handle it. And clearly the local government either didn't care or was incapable. So the federal government came in and dealt with it. Like, it's insanity.
Yay.
And instead of being happy for it, it's, oh, you traumatized children. Well, guess what? It didn't have to be this way.
They were probably in more danger of being,
and that's true too. Exactly. How much trauma do they experience every fucking day in that building? It's insanity. Yeah. Like, none of this even makes any sense.
Arrest right now. They have a guy.
Does he look younger all of a sudden? Like, I feel like at the beginning of the video, he looked like 50 years older. Like, he's just unaged.
Right here. Here we go. This guy is here illegal.
Maybe it's just got an old man profile.
Easier detained right here. This guy didn't even fight. There was no other protesters here. The officer just moved in. The guy accepted it. This guy obviously probably knew what his potential fate was here in the United States as he was here.
Easy. That's as easy as it could be. It doesn't have to be madness. It could just be like, oh,
and then he will be deported. And where was that guy who we just arrested from?
He is from Kazakhstan. He's currently in proceedings with a future court date. So we picked him up basically to expedite his court date so he can.
How did he even get here from Kazakhstan?
Proceedings right now.
Not everybody's showing up. No.
So there is like empty slots per se. Like, for instance, tomorrow there might be court proceedings and 5 out of 10 people might not show up.
Correct. Yes.
And then expedite.
Like
so
illegally,
they're doing expedited hearing. So in fact, they're getting their due process on the expedition because the people that are supposed to go willingly, you know, you hand them the ticket, show up, and they don't, is the problem. Well, let's fill it in with people who didn't choose to be there, but should have been. So let's just get them through the process. Let's go find them and bring them, since they can't seem to figure out how to show up themselves. Because clearly it was so important for them to be here and file all this asylum shit, but it's not important enough for them to actually do it. You know what I mean? It's not that important, really. Like, if your life is actually on the line and you're like, oh my God, like I could die if I go back, you think you'd take it a little more serious, you know? I would. I'd be like, all right, how do I do this exactly correctly so there's zero issue, because I literally don't want to die. Like, probably the greatest motivator on the planet. You couldn't figure it out? I don't know. That is troubling to me. That is really troubling to me.
But the last person who we just picked up.
And ensure that he goes through his court proceedings, yes. So that's why we're picking him up. You know, we're pushing him through the detained court setting, which is a lot faster. He'll probably see his judge within 30 days.
And something I found interesting, you hear a lot of people say, like, well, ICE is doing targeting arrests. They're asking people for their documentations on the spot. They're going to the homes. They're breaking down doors. But everything I've seen so far today has just been targeted arrest. Trying to identify the person, it hasn't been like pick and choose per se.
Correct, right. We're not kicking down doors. We're doing target enforcement. You know, we're making sure that they're in the system, that they have criminal records, and there's a need to pick these people up and put them back in detention settings.
All right, right here we have another person. He is illegal.
Señor, identificación. Señor, identificación. Sure. Señor, let me ask you, ¿habla inglés or no?
I do.
Okay, all right. You have papers in the United States?
Have my ID, driver's license.
Okay, but you have any type of paperwork identifying yourself in the United States?
That's what I have.
Right. So, ¿de dónde eres, señor?
I'm from Guatemala.
You're from Guatemala?
Yes.
¿Tiene papeles to be in Estados Unidos, sí or no?
Yes, that's what I have.
What type of papeles, señor?
I have my driver's license and my ID.
Señor legal.
That's what I have.
¿Cómo se? Vamos.
See, he won't even answer the question.
No, señor, vamos. Vamos. Vamos, step up. No, vamos.
Pull up?
No, vamos, señor, get up. Vamos, señor. Señor legal, see?
What about my wallet?
Now they have this man under arrest.
He couldn't answer affirmatively that he was legal.
About...
I've got one arrest. Y'all following the van?
I read it to not speak.
¿Qué está pensando en este momento?
My glasses. About my glasses.
That's what worries you most?
Yes. Because I wear contact glasses.
Are you worried about being deported now?
I have right to remain silent.
You do have the right to remain silent.
You're here illegally right now, I have no ID. Right, so the driver's license doesn't give you any status here in the United States.
So he did have a driver's license, however, that does not give you legal status here inside the United States. So why did you detain him, and why did you make the arrest on him? Because you were asking for his papers. He said I had my ID, driver license. What does that mean?
So he became targeted. We was doing research in regard to our databases, targeted information. So we had ran across Abraham. He was driving a vehicle. So we did our checks. In regard to our checks, we found out that he was legal in the country. We run our databases. He had certain benefits going on, but that didn't preclude him from removal.
Even if you do have a driver license, that does not make you legal here?
No, not at all. So my approach...
That was a bunch of word salad, not going to lie. He just said a bunch of words, but I'm pretty sure, more or less, I don't know, like, the only way that makes sense what he just said is they happened to, like, scan his license plate or something, and it pulled up this guy, and it matched him to, like, yeah, he technically shouldn't be here or something. Like, I don't really fully understand, because that one didn't seem necessarily targeted, because they're like, oh, well, he happened to pop up in the thing. Like, happened to pop up? Like, what does that mean? But yeah, that was a little sketch. But even if that's the case, whatever, like, the police scanners, that's what they do. Like, they scan your license plate and they see, like, who is it registered? Like, is your license, you know, do you have any issues with your vehicle? Like, your tags up to date, all that stuff. Like, it happens anyway. So there's not really anything, like, to me, there's not anything weird about that. Like, okay, they could tell because they happen to be driving by a vehicle that is likely operated by this person, and then they can see, yeah, it's this person. Like, okay, why not?
I approached the driver door. I wanted to see if he was going to admit to him being illegally here in the country. So I asked him if he had any type of paperwork in the country. He provided me a state license, and that state license does not allow him to have legal status inside the United States in Chicago, Illinois.
After this, will he be deported then, this guy?
For him, he's going to be called what we call an EWE, so therefore he'll be put in an NTA proceeding, 240 proceeding, and he'll be able to see a federal judge. Or not an immigration judge, sorry about that.
So an immigration judge will then decide whether or not he stays or goes?
Yes, sir.
So with these deportations, it's complicated, because this guy right here, he had an ID, but that does not make him
So
illegal.
wait, isn't that what due process is? Wait, am I wrong? What am I missing?
I believe it is due process.
Is he going to go see a judge? Isn't that more or less what it's all about? Like, I feel like, wait a minute, weren't we told they're not getting due process? Can someone please explain this to me? What are we failing? What is the failure here? I'm really questioning. And
intelligence?
Oh yeah, you know what? I think you're onto something.
Education, at least.
I did not even consider that.
Real education, not whatever crap they're getting in schools these days.
Oh my God. So we're going in front of the judge, the immigration judge, and they'll make a decision. But as it stands, for whatever reason, their flag is not supposed to be here, and the judge can make a final decision on that. Sounds like a lot of process involved to me.
Here in the United States. He came over here illegally. He's from Guatemala. He told one of the officers over here. The officer just said he'll have the right to go before a judge, and a judge, immigration court, will decide what happens with him after this. And another thing to think about with these deportations, the reason why these are happening is because of what happened underneath the 4 years underneath the Biden administration, where over 10 million people were able to come into the country unvetted, and now you have to see extreme measures being taken here in the streets of places like Chicago and other places in the United States because of the mass amount of people that came in. That's why they're having mass deportations now, because of the mass amount of people that came into the country illegally. So if the problem wasn't first started, you wouldn't have this problem today. And now you can see underneath Donald Trump, the Trump administration, the border crossings are down to nearly...
See, they should just do like a tips line, like call in your, like if you know someone's illegal, especially like these criminals, right? Like this apartment building they had to go raid or whatever. If you know you got like a gang hold up somewhere, and especially the city don't seem to be doing anything about it, like there should be a direct line to Kristi Noem or like Tom Homan or someone. Just like they're here, just bring in the military. Let's go. We need a helicopter, a tank, a couple Humvees, and then, yeah, I think there'll be no problems. Like there'll be literally no problems.
nearly zero. So it was a problem that could have been solved, but they never stopped it. And now you have mass deportations. You had a mass immigration. Now you have mass deportations here in the United States. Now he's in transportation to the ICE Detention Facility Center, and an immigration judge will determine what happens with his future here in the United States. After I had finished my ride-along, I checked my phone, and it was blown up full of death threats from people from inside of these communities. And they had also posted my face all over these Facebook pages saying that I was some insider working for ICE, when in reality, I'm just a journalist who did a ride-along with ICE to show more transparency, to show people what's actually happening with these ICE deportations. And then later that night, I went to the ICE facility to
there's no violence is coming from where again? Oh yeah, the left psychopaths.
See what was happening as more protests took place. So right now you have the county sheriff office. So much. You're in the line outside of this building.
Crazy.
You have all the protesters here. You see signs like abolish ICE.
He's literally just videoing it. It's like, this is what's literally happening. And these psychopaths are like, oh, like, what is the problem? Like, if they're doing all this terrible stuff, why don't you want him to be like, oh, look, they're like doing all this terrible stuff. I have it like the inside scoop. It's like, what the fuck? Right. It's insanity.
United we stand, afuera. It's a little wild out here right now. You have a lot of people. I know they get mad at this guy because he has a speaker out. And they do have a curfew at 6 p.m. They cannot be protesting here on the street. They're saying it's an unlawful assembly right now, and they're telling everybody they need to disperse. This is actually the state of Illinois police. Let's see what's going to happen.
They got sticks or like, I don't, what did they have?
And right here you have a line of Antifa, all in black blocks. Looks like they're going to be making a resistance line right here. The police right here, who knows what's going to happen. You do have people in black bloc right now. They're forming a line. At this protest here, they have everything. You have snacks, water, chips, you have pizza,
Taco Bell,
Coke, Sprite, whatever you want. They got
pizzas, catered,
everything here.
Catered protests.
You have police right here. A group of Antifa right here. They're acting like they're going to hold the line. They keep moving back. The more police officers move.
I don't understand how it's so hard to track down where the money's coming from. Like, literally, someone bought that shit and start with that person. I don't understand.
Right.
I'm certain they're not getting donations from fucking Hungry Howie's.
You will be arrested. Disperse now.
Antifa's still holding the line right here.
Until 6 p.m.
All right, Antifa has decided to hold the line right here. And now people are throwing stuff.
See, what's the point of this? This is no longer legal or peaceful.
Now it's become a riot. Just throwing things. It's a mob.
I love when they do that. They grab their feet and their hands and drag them off. And this lady's screaming. Oh my God, I can't believe this is, they're all screaming. Oh, they're the victim here. Oh, you're a victim? Oh yeah, clearly victim here.
People are starting to throw stuff. People are crying. The police are not holding back. Now that you have the last line of Antifa that had got arrested, you have a new line that's stepped up, and then you have the Illinois State Police right here. Who knows what?
Arrest all of them. Let's go.
These are our brothers and sisters. These are our community. Part of humanity. And it's a tragedy what's happening. And if we don't fix this now, we will not be able to fix it.
Are you not worried about the police arresting you here?
It's my duty to be out here.
Yeah, this person's mentally ill. That's the problem. They have all these mentally ill people that they just gas up and like sacrifice to the system. They're like, you go be crazy for us. Yeah. Your life doesn't matter. You can go get arrested and disappear forever because you're a crazy person. But you served us and thank you. It's like, what the fuck is happening? No sane person is out here doing this.
It won't be fixed for your generation. It won't be fixed for your children's generation. It's going to take us decades to bring justice around.
Sir, what do you think about this protest here?
I think it's pretty stupid.
Why do you think it's stupid?
Well, because the law enforcement is out here trying to defend our country by getting the migrants out. And what's happening is you got a bunch of people who have been ill-informed or have basically drank the Kool-Aid that are doing things that they think are right but are actually very wrong.
What do you think about the police officers moving these protesters after 6 p.m.?
I believe that they have whatever mandate and orders that they have, and I believe that the public should follow them. I don't think that there is going to be an issue with people peacefully protesting or speaking their mind. But when you start to ignore the orders of police officers, it becomes a problem.
And why do you think here in America people think they can just push the police and get away with it?
Because for so long there's been nothing done about it. They just do it, and then the next guy does it and does it and does it, and nobody goes to jail, no one gets arrested. And now people are starting to realize that if you touch the police and you break the law, you're going to go to jail. This administration is not playing around. These are federal workers and state workers. They need to be protected. protected, just like everybody else needs to be protected. So if you're going to come down here and assault these police officers and assault federal officers, what are you going to do to regular citizens? It means you have no moral compass. And if you don't have a moral compass, it's a problem.
Everyone chanting right now.
Wow. Well, I'm glad more counter protesters are showing up. That gives me some hope. And these people...
Counter protesters.
Yeah, you can.
They're protesters protesting the protesters.
Yeah, they're like, you idiots don't understand that this is, you're being violent towards police, and that isn't going to end well.
Right.
Like, there's a proper way to deal with things.
They're people too, and they can get pushed a little too far.
Well, and at the end of the day, why should they have to deal with this? And why are you so special that you can be assaulting people and don't expect to get it right back or get taken away and dealt with? Like, you don't get to just do whatever the fuck you want. Like, come on.
People united will not be defeated. Now the police are moving up, and now something's about to break out.
Like, what are these, like, official police sticks, or like what are those?
We don't know. That's a good question. They look like broom handles. Shortened broom handles, tapered at the ends.
I love it. Whoa, did they just push Shirley? That's crazy.
I'm guessing they're cheap, so.
I like what they're doing. They're like, they have this like kind of swarm where they'll like hit someone down and then swarm him, and then the next one goes.
Well, they're putting people out. They're saying this is an unlawful assembly. They will start arresting people.
Good, more should have been arrested.
What are they?
You want to claim you're doing it peaceful and legally, then do it peaceful and legally. Like, otherwise...
They pushed him. It's funny.
It's crazy. All right. ICE raids across nation get violent. Mexican cartels target agents.
Tensions are running high across the country over immigration raids and National Guard deployments.
We are
Courts
Iowa?
are now getting involved as residents fight back. ABC's Jacqueline Lee has the latest from Los Angeles.
A dramatic clash caught on camera between federal immigration officers and people in Chicago. Homeland Security officials say an undocumented immigrant inside this vehicle tried to flee from arrest, ramming into a Border Patrol vehicle and triggering a pursuit. Agents purposely crashing into the SUV to stop it. According to DHS, 2 people then fled on foot. Video shows agents searching a Walgreens. Warren King tells our station WLS he was in that Walgreens and got caught up in the chase. He's a citizen! He's a citizen! Video shows agents tackling and detaining him. He was later released.
I'm telling them I'm a U.S. citizen. I'm here. I'm legal. I'm born here. So they didn't try to hear none of that though.
A crowd at the scene growing hostile, throwing objects, agents firing tear gas. Border Patrol officials saying this incident is not isolated and reflects a growing and dangerous trend of illegal aliens violently resisting arrest and agitators and criminals ramming cars into our law enforcement officers. And Homeland...
Oh my God. Even in that case, like, I cannot imagine myself fighting them like this. Like, even if they got me mixed up with someone, okay, all you do is you let them do what they need to do until they get it sorted out. And you explain to them, it's because, I mean, at the end of the day, the longer you're doing that, they're not doing what they need to do. So let them do what they need to do and move the fuck on. They need to just jump on you for no fucking reason. They were chasing someone, and I guess you happen to look like that person. Like, I don't know the circumstance here, but they didn't just randomly jump on you because you're black. Fucking retards.
And security officials say Mexican cartels now are attempting to track, harass, and target immigration and Border Patrol agents. The department warning cartels are offering $2,000 for gathering intelligence on federal officials and their families, $5,000 to $10,000 for kidnapping or non-lethal assaults, and up to $50,000 for the assassination of high-ranking officials.
And do you see now why we just blow their shit up instead of even bothering? Like, they want to play games and you want to keep playing games. So far we've been in the water, but the land ain't too far away.
We're hardening all of our buildings and making sure that we have more security measures, snipers on the roof, people to protect our law enforcement while they're out there on the streets.
Unbelievable. And then here's one of these clips. It's interesting.
Federal agents under siege. Immigration and custom enforcement teams are facing a new threat dished out by the
Stop it. All right, here's another one of these clips. There's so much misinformation on the internet, though, but here's where it starts. For some reason, the police are sitting in front of this house waiting, and you can see this car is being chased by vehicles with their lights flashing. Multiple of them, right? And somehow,
serious.
I don't know. I guess this person is assuming if they get into their driveway, that's like safe or something, like safe zone.
It's like a safe zone.
You know, we're back in like, kindergarten and we're playing tag or something, and we're, you can't, like, I'm in
at
my
home base. You can't touch
home base.
me.
You can't touch me. Unbelievable. Like the level of retardedness. Like,
and the concrete is lava.
so you're being clearly followed, and this car, for whatever reason, knows this is where you're going, right? Like they know this is where you're going and waiting for you, and these guys are all pursuing you. But no, there's clearly nothing going on except for this family is being harassed right now for no reason.
No
reason. They're minding they were just in there, having a barbecue, and the police just descended down on them, right? Like, this is the narrative that we'll hear. Oh, home base.
Anything.
Oh. This guy comes over. Yoink. Yoink.
Yoink. Like that.
I can't hear people. It's all back there.
And I don't know, like I said,
there's police cars too. There's like 6 of them.
So there's a lot of like different
stories.
stories.
Not like they were unprepared or anything. Like they knew ahead of time.
And look at how this person's behaving. And I don't know. I tried to follow this story, and they're trying to say this is old footage, and they're trying to say no, that's a lie. This is not. And then they're trying to say that's a 15-year-old. Like, no, that's a lie. She's 18. They're trying to say like, oh, they were throwing stuff and were using their car to block the police from doing what they needed to do. And like, I don't know. Like, I have no idea of the circumstances, but all I can say is if you got a whole bunch of cars chasing you down and you think the best option is to try and come to home base because you think you're safe there for some reason. This is honestly, I think this is about as minimally escalated as I would have expected. Like,
looks very Midwest. I wonder what this is.
Oh, that's true. But at the end of the day, I don't think anything about this was crazy, but they're trying to spin it like, oh my God, they did this crazy thing to these citizens or whatever, X, Y, and Z. It's like, literally, if you're speeding away from police officers that have their lights on, what the fuck you think, like in any circumstance, take out whether it's immigration, take out anything, what the fuck you think is going to happen? And frankly, like, great, you got a knee on your back while he fucking arrested you. Honestly, that's about as good as you could have expected. It could have been a lot worse because they don't know what they're dealing with. Like, why are you running? Like, do you have a gun? Are you going to shoot them? Like, they have no idea what they're walking into, and they need to handle it like.
And why
quickly.
were they running to their house so fast? Like,
exactly. Like, who else is here?
Exactly.
They're like, what? Like, there's any number of things. So they have to, act a certain way, and everybody wants to make a big deal out of it. It's like, well, why is this person? Can we start with why is this person behaving this way before we ask why is this person behaving this way? Right? Like, I don't know. Like, if this person was just sitting there not doing anything and this happened, yeah, I agree. We should say, why did that just happen? This person wasn't doing anything. But you are literally in a high-speed chase through a neighborhood to your house, really? I don't know. Doesn't seem like nothing happened here. Anyway. All right, looks like No Kings is done. Well, that about does it for us today. We will be back this evening around 7 o'clock, 7:30-ish time frame for games. We hope to see you all there. I hope you all enjoyed this world news segment. We had a few people coming in and out. Thank you for all the chats.
Yeah, thanks for joining us, chatting with us.
Thanks, Bobby. Sorry, I was missing a few of your chats. I need to get my alerts set up properly. But hopefully we'll see you tonight. Are you going to be on for games?
Hope so. I will be.
All right. Well, we'll see what's going on, but we hope to see y'all there. Have a great rest of your day, and we'll see y'all in a little bit.
Yeah, have a great day.
Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS on stage. News from RedNex, where truth is the stage. No bias here, just facts you'll see. In every corner, the world story will tell. From the streets of Paris to Tokyo's gleam, every city, every voice will hear them. No spin, no hype, just calm and serene. RedNex World News, where truth is supreme. Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS, unbiased crew, bringing you the news without a slew. RedNex World News, where truth takes flight. Every day, every night, we keep it tight. Through the chaos, through the calm, we stand. With Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS, we understand. The pulse of the world, will never let it fade. RedNex World News, where truth is made. From wars to peace, from despair to hope, we're here to guide you through the scope. No matter the storm, we'll keep you informed. RedNex World News, where truth is born. Captain Pav and GONxFREAKS, unbiased crew, bringing you the news without a clue. RedNex World News, where truth takes flight. Every day, every night, we keep it dead. Thank you.